Hey yo, welcome to Low Kick, online 33. We're back with Arms for another monthly. Joined here by Malieve.
Oh, hi.
And we got a pretty good bracket tonight. If I do say so myself. We have Twin and Astro both here, not DQing.
That's definitely a good news. We've also got Para in there, one of the few players who's been known to actually like kind of stand. He's been able to take on Astro a lot more so than a lot of players out there. So it'll be interesting to see how he plays. Got Hanukkah in here.
Yeah, Para's sick.
Not too long ago.
I remember it's like smashing like the first Smash and Splash. He beat Pega in that set.
Yeah.
Very cursed, but it happened.
It was a little cursed, but it was also really hype.
Yeah, it was sick though.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of players in this list that I can see that maybe not taking it because Astro is here, but there's a lot of players I can see surprising us and making some good progress in the brackets.
Yeah, for real. We're just gonna go Flesh Eater and Jelly Pop.
Yeah. Speaking of those interesting matchups, Jelly Pop actually, generally he's a Helix main, but it looks like he's trying something else out for a change. He's had a lot of experiences with Helix and he's starting to figure out where Helix really struggles. And I believe he's decided that he's going to start looking into Ninjara and seeing how Ninjara handles some of those matchups or a lot of just battles and exchanges. So they can get some good data on this character as well to help him further improve overall when competing in arms.
Right. He's rocking the. I don't see the Birdchuck often. At least when I have watched arms like lately, or has it been on the uprise?
It's still a pretty rare pick. Usually most players still go with the Fun Chug just because that vertical approach is generally a lot better. That said, if you're a player or you have a playstyle that has you in the air a little bit more, you would arguably say that the Birdchuck is stronger than the Fun Chuck, but it just takes a little bit more finesse. Like, if you can get that to come out and get those ice chains, it is really powerful. It's just, you need to be a character that short hops, and you need to be punching it while you're short hopping, so it kind of end limit when you're throwing it out and when you're trying to approach.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Flesh just going in. That's not necessarily a classic with that dragon being a custom fit, but alongside the toaster, this is a good loadout. It has a lot of good coverage, good speed, guaranteed knockdowns on any charged hit, and can kind of be balanced between close and long range battles because of those two arms.
Oh, he got a rush back.
Nice counterplay right there from Jelly, sliding right out of the way, just getting barely enough height advantage. His boomerang did get walled out by that barrier, but the Tri-Blast did carry through. He got some damage, but Flesh Eater's still holding on to a pretty solid lead. And Jelly Pop needing a little bit more time. He's definitely needing more space to try to get things to work a little bit better for this Ninjara. Nice Tri-Blast, fishing for some rush generation, just trying to stall things out, but Dragon's range is just... You can't stall out against a Dragon. It's just... You give it that range and it's going to just start sniping you day in and day out.
Day in and day out.
Yay.
Alright, Flesh Eater takes that first game. I will have the scoreboard up in a second. I forgot Arms has a different layout, so I need to fix it.
Yeah, it is especially compared to a lot of standard fighters, like, the way it's kind of set up, even if, no matter how you try to go about it, like, the display screen for Arms is a little different.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing bands. Scrapyard.
We're going to Scrapyard. I could see this being a solid pick for Jelly, be it him sticking with Ninja or switching over to Helix. Gives him a lot more room to breathe. That also said, that room to breathe was a lot of what caused him most of those issues before, because Flesh Eater would just throw out Dragon Arm Toasters, throw out Charged Dragons, and he'd just waltz right into them.
Oh, he's switching, or Flesh Eater's switching arms on a win. That's kind of interesting.
Sometimes it's experimentation, sometimes it's anticipating, like, maybe he was expecting Jelly to switch over to Helix.
He did. So.
Yeah.
See if this does anything.
Dragon Arm Stolen could be really scary for Jelly. Just it coming out really quick and being such a large weapon could just charge right in. If he's not properly equipped, if he's not properly prepared, it can just mow him down. But so far, Jelly doing an alright job. He's getting the knockdowns. He's switched over to the Toaster. And as it currently stands, the Toaster seems to really be the weapon of choice for getting these rounds to work out well.
Alright, so Flesh taking the high ground here, and Jelly sort of just trying to make that tower work in his favor, but... Oh, I think... I'm not sure how that clipped him on Wake Up. He might have mashed.
Yeah, that definitely happens every now and then.
Yeah.
Flesh just trying to find a way in to start getting some tempo to maybe get this rush set up. But he's not going to get a chance. There's too much health lead for Jelly here.
Yeah, that one's pretty much in the bag.
But we do have those pillars taken away. That's going to be a lot more space, a lot more room. And the Tri-Blast is going to be the Dragon Arm of choice, increasing that girth size, permanently charging it, making it a lot more dangerous and a much more fearsome weapon, especially with all these little elevation changes. It makes it a lot easier for that arm to properly connect against Jelly as he's dipping and diving with the Goopy Boy.
Oh, yeah, he was going to get outclassed there, I think. By the counter, or the initial rush from Flesh Eater.
Unfortunately for him, yeah, Flesh just had that little bit of height, and just because of his two flurry arms, just able to throw out enough hits. Eventually one of them started to work. Carried in with some good damage, but Jelly Pop is bringing things back, and he's got another rush ready.
Jelly's been really good. Oh, that was so good. He's been really nice about just being able to clip him here and there. Like, with just like the Tri-Blast. It does not even look like it's a charge hit most of the time, but... Well, this might... Oh, okay. I thought the explosion was going to clip him.
Oh, he's going to go for the punish!
Let's go. One.
Yeah, it feels like Jelly still has a little bit of figuring things out with his Ninja, but that Helix is prime. The Helix is good.
The Helix is his main, right?
That is correct.
Alright.
He's put the most time in Helix out of all the characters, at least to my knowledge. I mean, for all I know, he could technically have more time in, like, Master Mummy or something like that, but I only see him play Helix.
Yeah, I mean, he's been entering a lot of net play brackets with mostly Helix then. Oop, I almost picked the wrong map. That would have been embarrassing.
It happens, unfortunately. But fortunately,
yeah, it probably
you
happened.
catch it, so... Inspiring Ring for the next stage, that can be dicey. If Flesh Eater gets the advantage, it can be a lot easier to get the chase going, but I feel like Helix is actually going to hold a lot better here. Parasol and Biffler might bring a different story, though. We'll have to see how this brings out, because those are really good at catching Helix when he's lower down in the ground or high up in the sky. But even then, this is a good stage for Helix in the fact that you're always in his sweet spot. or you're maybe a little too close for comfort, in which case he's got a lot of good movement options beyond. So you don't really have the chance to zone them out nearly as well, or weave your way in to really start pressuring them.
But then again, there's also like not a lot of cover for him either. I feel like that might be a little bit important.
It's definitely what Flesh is looking to capitalize on here. And with that Dragon Arm Parasol, like, that thing is huge. It can just wall Jelly Pop out really easily. And if Flesh Eater is aware and prepared for it, he can get some win confirms off of that as well to get some good rush damage.
You actually you have a lot of time on hit with the charged like wind arms. It's actually kind of nuts.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially when you have something that comes out fast like a Biffler, where it's just like you get that one charged hit and it is soaring for you.
Yeah, it's not like you even need to confirm it. Like, well, the rushes is actually damaged. Jelly Pop.
Yeah, this is really
just
looking
one clip. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, this stage definitely looking like it's working out a lot more in Jelly Pop's favor. I'm guessing Flesh just not used to the matchup enough. Thought that this could be a good idea. It's easy to look at the Helix in matchup and be like, well, I just need to get close to the Helix. But if you don't have enough space to step back and breathe and be like, alright, what am I doing to try to approach this Helix? You don't really have many options all of a sudden, and it just becomes a much more difficult matchup.
I think Jelly Pop tried to challenge that rush, but it just didn't end up working out for him.
Yeah. Fortunately, he chose to hold on to his rush during that exchange.
Oh yeah, now, here it comes. Caught him in the air. That was a free almost 300 damage.
Yeah, there's nothing that Flesh could have done to really contend that. And now he's holding a confident lead again.
Yeah,
nice catch there, give some time.
He just gotta keep zoning here, and he should be fine.
Flesh just does not know how to approach.
Nah, Flesh is holding forward too much. This might catch him? Oh, okay. Good shield.
He's trying to charge in. When he takes a step back to try to find some breathing room, it's not enough, so he immediately has to get back into dodging, and Jelly Pop's just been capitalizing on that.
Jelly Pop can kind of just play back right now. He's got a rush and the health lead.
Don't want to give Flesh the chance to be able to generate a rush of his own, though. He's gonna try to go for it, but does carry through just barely at the end.
He got the he sneaked through that the Tri-Blast with the glove. Oh, that was a good set.
That was pretty solid. Nice start off. Saw a good Ninjara. Didn't really work out. Brought up the Helix. Helix worked out better. It's his Helix.
Yeah, the Helix was way better. Come on.
Oh yeah. He knows what he's doing with this character. And definitely, like, I feel like Flesh was starting to figure things out later on Sparring Ring, but that definitely started out with Flesh really just being blindsided by how well Jelly's going to be able to handle things there. Like, if the Helix doesn't have to chase you, and you're always in their range, they're just gonna play the game. They don't... One of the worst things that they can have to deal with is an opponent that just is better equipped to outrange them, or play the long game where it's like, alright, I won a few trades against Helix, and I'm now in advantage. I'm just going to generate rush, because it'll be easy to catch Helix because of the way Helix moves. And that'll just give me more opportunities. And the Helix is going to try to generate rush, but you're already in the lead, so it's just like, Helix can't approach. So he just kind of loses a lot of health as he sets himself up for rush, and it just snowballs for the poor guy.
So I was drinking water.
All good.
Yeah.
All good.
Hopefully Jelly can do that against his next opponent. Astro Ninja. Alright. Well, they probably know what to do about Helix Zone, so...
Good luck against... good luck, Jelly. I believe in you.
We all do. Make us proud.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mario's coming in.
Side,
Jelly needs to leave the lobby as well.
Yes.
Not pulling, what is that? Pull a twin.
There's a few people that do this actually in the scene.
That's really funny, actually.
They just forget that they're in this lobby, or they're like, this is my lobby. I'm just gonna get somebody else in.
Oh, Landfrog DQ'd. So that's one that we don't have in bracket.
He's just been getting better and better. I would have loved to see how his Ninjara would have fared in these brackets, but
sometimes it's not meant to be.
indeed.
Alright, Buddy 1 and 2 are here. Jaro's been entering a lot of stuff too, right?
He's entering things here and there. I think he enters the low kicks a lot more, but I don't see him in stuff like the COTEs, the Scrap Stars. He more comes for specific events here and there. He's just when he's free.
Yeah, I see him enter these, obviously. I'm a little bit surprised Steelhead isn't here. I think he might have had class or something, or work.
Yeah, it sounds like his life is starting to ramp up a lot, so he's just kind of trying to keep track of all that stuff, and hopefully we'll see more of him down the road, but he might be a little too tied behind his hands tied behind his back.
Right. It's fine. It's just like net play brackets, so it's not a huge deal.
Yeah. We're not getting the offline stuff for a while anyway, so
it'll be a while.
No sense stressing over this. Like, we'll have fun. We'll try to make things as hardcore as possible, but we're not splitting hairs over it.
Well, I mean, there is the whole the circuit, right?
Yeah.
That thing's pretty serious.
You get some money out of that. Unfortunately, it doesn't necessarily make the big, like, generally I see it's more for prestige in a lot of cases, because more often than not I'll see tournaments that go into the PR or the circuit be more likely to have like bigger prize pools, or in the grand scheme of things you can make more money from the tournaments leading up to the invitational than that invitational itself.
Oh, interesting.
That's
I mean, like this one, we got $40.
Yeah. Oh, good $40. I do need to.
You, the viewer, I'm talking to you. You should donate to the Matcherino. You can just enter in this thing in chat, and it'll bring you up to the page. You can do this. Oh, they're going to Buster. Okay. All you have to do is click contribute and type in the code you see in chat. Don't misspell it like I did. Hold on. Like that. That's all you have to do. Real easy, real simple.
Easy peasy.
Wait, what did I say? They're going Buster.
Yes.
Oh, it's nice. I love these Joy-Cons. Alright.
Some Joy-Cons are nice.
Oh, these suck.
Most of them die, though.
They drift a lot. I hate it.
Yeah, it makes life a lot harder. It's a shame that that's still a problem.
For real.
Alright, heading into things, we do see our two players coming in. Two pretty classic loadouts for these two. Mario going in with the Tribal and Slamamander, and J-Ro going in with the Revolver Boomerang. Both pretty solid loadouts. Both can be fairly similar in how they play and what the players are looking for, but with just slight variance based on those specific arms.
Right. Do you think having Revolver benefits fighting Bark with having, like, you know, Bark as like an extra little arm to kind of throw out?
I can see it definitely working out. I still, at least from my experience, I would always feel that there's a lot better arms out there for somebody to pick than Revolver. J-Ro's also proved me wrong in that context, just finding really good confirms, solid setups with this combo, and just getting impressive damage. Like, look at the pokes that he's been finding here. Look at this point he got off of Mario.
Yeah, they're
Like,
kind of
it's-
just back and forth the whole time, like getting, like, you know, here and there clips of each other.
Yeah. Like, the big thing about J-Ro's loadout, and Bark does help a lot because it gives him a little bit of extra barrier, kind of forces the opponent back until they can knock Bark down and start chasing in, which allows it to play at that mid-long range that his loadout works so well in. Well, yeah, once his opponent starts to find their way in, once they start pressuring effectively, or just power through that revolver, his loadout just struggles a lot more.
Like, say they were playing against, you know, Tri-Blast or something. I guess like Nade. Nade probably does really well against this.
Oh yeah, I'd probably say the Tri-Blast would be a better arm in this context, or in most contexts, compared to the revolver. That said, you can make a lot of things work in this game that don't look like they should work in the first place. You just gotta find the right approach, and more often than not, the unconventional can actually prove to be some of the most troublesome kits to contend with.
By the way, that was a really good whip punish at the end. Jero kind of just hit exactly where Mario wanted him to, and then just punished the full rush combo.
Yeah. This round working out a lot more in J-Ro's favor, as he's already got that rush lead, and he's just using it to kind of force Mario to stay back, to respect him a lot more. And it's just leading into slower, better trades, as Mario's definitely going to be better off at that mid to close range. He doesn't want to get too close because he's just worried about that revolver boomerang just powering him down and burning through that meter.
Oh no!
Oh, Bark betrayal!
That... So, he had a broken arm, right? And then Bark just hit him.
Yeah, Bark came in, got a knockdown on Mario before J-Ro could pop his rush. He's like, oh, here's a great rush. Bark lands the punch just as he's getting out. That was a really nice unblockable combo.
Wait, was that unblockable?
Kind of. So, depending on the timing, the way J-Ro sets up his attacks, he can have his grab come in at the same time as Bark's punch, which basically means that depending on how... it really limits what his opponent can do. Like, he's figured out how to play by Bark in a way where you see that kind of stuff a little more often.
So that wasn't a full unblockable, where you're getting grabbed on hit, or on block, but
yeah,
it was a hard to blockable.
Yeah, it's not a true unblockable, but it's about as true as you can get in this game.
Not true unblockable like Coil has, where she can like put you in hit stun from like nade explosion and then grab you, right? If she's close enough. Or is that not actually the same? Or is that not actually an unblockable?
I think, technically speaking, that can be done with any character if you're at like that close of a range. I don't think the game normally allows you to get that close though, unless you're like doing weird stuff like your opponent's near the corner and you slip into the corner behind them, and that kind of forces the game to let you get close enough to be able to get that to work.
Oh, Mario went with Sango.
Generally, there's not enough time between that, and there's still like perfect shield responses, which allow you to move out of the explosion without actually taking any explosive damage and allowing you to respond properly. Heading into this, Mario going to be switching over to Masango. I think he's just realizing that Springman was just not working out, either because he's not fast enough or he doesn't have armor. Masango can have both of those, depending on what mask he's got equipped, though.
We'll see.
So far, the speed is really lending himself to have a solid advantage. He's just been playing around a lot of J-Ro's attacks. He's got that health lead. He's keeping that time. He's looking for a rush chance here. J-Ro's just gonna bait it out. Throws out his rush just to make sure that he can continue this neutral trade. It's still working out in Mario's favor, though.
Yeah, he has a good health lead. Trying to... Yeah, he's just keeping him out.
Yeah. Doesn't really need to do anything too substantial, just keeping this pace, keeping this tempo, making sure his attacks are on mark. And these arms are definitely lending themselves alongside Masengo just being a safer character when he's got the right mask equipped. He's also got better arms for the matchup where that Popper's just, as long as he's not having to punch through the revolver, it's really hard for J-Ro to dodge.
Oh, that's not
Ooh, nice evade for J-Ro though.
I mean, he hits him for a little bit. I was pretty sure that was gonna hit, but it surprised me when it didn't.
Fighting Bark, he's generally pretty slow, but there's a couple of ways to make him go a bit faster, and he's still a small enough body that there's a lot of things that he can just slip right by.
Oh yeah, it wasn't. Oh, he might have been able to capitalize off the wind hit after the electric with the rush.
Yeah, I think he would have had to be like really precise on his timing though to make that work. But it is. Yeah, I could see that actually have been possible.
Or like a little closer.
That's hard to aim though because of the way that boomerang launches and the way Revolver comes out. It's like it is just a huge investment and risk.
Oh, yep.
Are you going to be able to take this round really, really smoothly? Just Popper kind of outboxing the Revolver. One extra shot just slipping by, allowing them to keep trading, and the Slap-O-Mander just doing the job of the boomerang, but a little bit better.
Now where we're going. Where are we going?
My guess would be J-Ro would probably... Mausoleum's a decent one. I was thinking Mausoleum could be a good pick. Somewhere where Mario isn't getting as much space and range. Because even in something like Sparring Ring, if Mario switched over to Springman again, it's easier to get that chase going, but J-Ro's loadout and the way he was playing was just good enough to keep Springman back. And this allows him to get a bit closer to the Masengo so he can keep pressuring more efficiently while still finding that sweet point range that he really likes. A big thing about Mario's loadout as well is this is just a little bit better at getting really good value trades off of knocking Bite and Bark or Bark down, and then still having another attack coming in against J-Ro, so he's not really finding as many opportunities to capitalize on Mario knocking that dog down. It's a little bit easier for him to attack Bark as well.
Yeah, because the Popper probably is easy at hitting Bite, or Bark, sorry.
Yeah.
So it has
Slap-O-Mander can do a pretty decent job as well. You just have to keep that... You just have to stay lining up your shots. One more solid trade. Mario looking for just one more hit to be able to get the KO. He's just been keeping a steady back and forth pace. Like, if you're looking at him, he's not really doing anything too unique, too special. He's just doing a good job of just boxing, keeping up his short dashes, keeping a steady amount of movement. And just making sure that he isn't walking right into any of these hits.
He's kind of
as much.
Yeah, he just, staying out of his space and, like, advancing himself. Oh, this should be a punish? Yep.
Mario trying to go in for the response, but he did not have a flurry arm to properly counter that.
Oh, it
and
like
J-Ro going to be capitalizing hard on these exchanges. Now Mario has to go in for the offense. He has to go for the chase. And that is a weakened shield as well.
Yeah, he keeps pressuring him. Oh, yeah. I'm sure if you optimized that punish on the electric, you would have killed him, but I'm sure J-Ro's fine. Just, taking a little bit extra time.
Yeah.
I don't even think Mario built enough for a rush meter yet, so Jero's gonna start out with rush. Yeah.
Mario's gonna be able to get it before Jero's really able to do anything notable, though.
Yeah,
Just that one single punch was enough.
Oh no! Oh,
yeah,
okay.
He knew that was coming.
Jero choosing to just hold shield. There was probably smart.
Yeah, recognizing that the yellow Masango, when he's got that yellow suit around him, those wrappings, it gives him protection against Jero's attacks for a short period of time. So in that exchange, if Jero tried to go for a punish, Mario would have been safe and clean to be able to get some tasty damage.
Yeah,
in this case, Mario doesn't have that advantage anymore, at least with the red mask, but he's getting some really good trades.
It's close. Next rush hit might decide who is, gonna take this one.
Mario's just working things well. He's gonna get knocked down there.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't try to go for rush punish, but he might have thought he was just out of reach.
Yeah.
Oh! Okay, you just take the hit. It's fine to save rush for like when you need it, like now maybe.
I think some of the issue too is just the fact that Revolver.
Oh no!
Oh!
What a trade! Oh my god!
He's just barely gonna be walking away with that one.
Holy crap!
So one of the reasons why he's probably being hesitant is the timing to get his rush to properly stick off of a revolver shock is actually incredibly low. So if he's not like fully aware of the opportunity, or his arm's not properly retracted by the time he sees the chance, like he'll just completely whiff it. He just barely got that one, but the two beforehand, maybe they would have worked. But there's also a lot of cases where he would pop rush, and by time his attack comes in, because it takes a long time to charge up, Mario would have got the shield out and he would have just lost it all.
That was so good. Oh yeah, what's a good tame? Yeah, I'm on commentary. It's me, your boy. Yeah, next we should get yeah, Luna and Treebird.
That could be a good one, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. You keep thinking it's gonna blink.
I want to do like I noticed on yours like when you got like a little shake and you move and stuff, and I'm like,
yeah,
I
it's a
see
GIF.
that and I'm jealous. I'm like, how do you do that?
It's a GIF, so all you have to do is set a GIF on Discord. Well, Hanukkah played his set ahead of schedule, so he saw that. I don't. Whatever. Mario needs to leave the lobby now.
We got another one, folks.
Yeah, there we go.
Yay! Yeah, it's everybody. You get through these bouts, and since it doesn't you kind of just stay in the lobby, and they're so small and tight.
I was really looking forward to having Hanukkah and Para on stream as well, so that kind of sucks. Now that we don't get that set.
Yeah.
Whatever.
They get a little excited. Sometimes they can't contain themselves.
Yeah, now we're just Luna and Treebird, I guess. That's fine.
I guess we'll have to go with Luna.
No, I mean, we're getting them anyway, but I was...
Yeah.
You're gonna get Hanukkah and Para next. Oh, Landfall looks like he's here now.
anti-shout out to Hanukkah for doing that. Big anti-shout out.
Yeah, we might have to kill some time. But that's fine. While we wait for losers to catch up. That's whatever.
Now I'm just thinking about that GIF thing. I'm like,
I mean, you have to pay for it through like Discord Nitro or whatever. You can set GIFs for your picture.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah. Did they decide on a stage yet? Or are they talking in this mesh? GG chat. Nope, not yet. This will be interesting because the loser of Astro, and then so Luna and Treebird, the winner plays Astro. The loser might have to run into Para, like in losers.
That might be a bad time.
Yeah, it might suck. You know, a lot, but so whoever loses this won't have to play Para, like in losers. So whoever wins this has to play Astro, and then loser might have to play Para. But whoever loses this will either play Hanukkah or the loser of Hanukkah, and then either Twin or Jero. So that's interesting. GIF? Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be pronounced, Jackson. Look it up.
I usually say GIF, but I'm also the kind of person where it's like, I'll just pick up on the things on people beside me, so if you say GIF, I'll just be like, GIF!
He said, listen.
And I won't even notice.
Look it up, dude. It's how it's supposed to be said. English doesn't make sense as a language anyway.
English has been... It is very much a mess.
2 DNA, he said.
Like, how many theirs are there?
There's like 3.
Yeah, 3. They're all pronounced the same, but they're spelled very differently for, like, indiscernible reasons.
I mean, if you think English just sucks, just look at kanji in Japanese. That crap makes no sense.
Yeah.
Alright. Luna and Treebird. Luna going Coil. Does he always play Coil? The last time I went to an ARMS tournament that Luna was at, I think he was playing like Ribbon Girl.
So Luna's actually a really flexible character. I've seen him play Dr. Coil. I've seen him play Twintel. Twintel's probably his main. Ribbon Girl. I've seen him play Kid Cobra. Like, he's got a solid collection of characters that he can just play well.
Yeah, so you can just, he's like an anyone main. I mean, ARMS is kind of like, you know, it's like, do you play card games at all?
I do play it. I've played a few card games.
It's like,
I'm a fan enough of them that I have some ideas.
It's like, you know, your real mains I feel like might be your ARM loadouts, and your like characters kind of like your engine. Like, hey, I can play Red Eyes Black Dragoon in any Yu-Gi-Oh deck, but that's just like my engine. I just splash that in.
Actually,
but my real main is like, you know, I'm playing them with, you know, whatever.
I've actually talked about this a bit before. Like, I've quieted down recently, but especially like earlier in midpoint of like me being in the ARMS scene, I talked a lot about how I kind of wanted, like, you know how Hearthstone or some card game tournaments have like conquest modes where or brackets where it's like you've got like 4 different decks from like different classes, and they're all built their ways, and you've got to win like with 3 of those 4 decks.
Oh yeah. Or like Magic Draft, I guess, too.
Yeah, something like that. Like, I would love to do something like that with ARMS, because this game is perfect for it. Like, it's built in a way where that would work.
There were charity tournaments for like PM where you do auctions for characters, so you could like do the same thing but like ARMS. Like, you could play any character, but like you can only play like a certain, you know, ARMS that you buy or whatever.
I think there was a tournament that Shrimps ran that had that, and it was pretty cool.
Strike League, like the team said.
Yeah, Strike League. It didn't last very long. Like we got round 1, and then we didn't have the rest of the tournament or something like that. But it was a really cool idea. And while we're on that, like,
yeah, Luna.
That's a really nice comeback.
Luna brought that all the way back. He said, "Run that shit." Oh my god.
They even deleted the server too once after like a little bit of silence, and it was just like very unfortunate. But yeah, seeing something like those kind of tournaments, I would love to try to bring something in like that, or I guess I could just do that. Yeah. I could push to make that happen, I guess.
Like the way it worked in PM was like it was character auction, so you know, I think this wasn't 3.6, so like U2, Game Watch, and Wolf were like still the best characters, so like they obviously went for like a couple $100. This was like a long time ago though. But those were really fun.
And he's gonna be able to take the point too. Just
and Luna kind of got clapped that first round, and he said, "Nah, run these hands real quick."
He almost got clapped the second round too. In most contexts, that should have been Tree's point,
yeah.
And then Luna's just like, "Wait, hold on, wait." No, this isn't the right script. Oh, here's the right one.
Anime Pro Tag.
Yeah, that we're doing this.
Looking at. Couldn't play most of the matches. Oh, his schedule's never lined up. Ah, okay. Yeah, it happens. Ah, nice. Is that the low kick emote? I'd be salty too if I was Tree Bird right there.
I think Treebird's the kind of person to like. He's probably more surprised and amazed. He's like, "Wow, I almost had that." But
well, actually, if that happened to me now, I'd probably laugh.
That or something.
I'd be like, "Damn, that was sick," even though I lost. Yeah. Buster.
Yeah. I mean, that's Luna. That's Luna for you. He does this stuff. He's just... Once he figures out what he's looking for, he can just kind of start solving the puzzle, and he can push really hard and make some good results.
Mm-hmm. He can just, like... It's, you know... I want to say sandbox. Yeah, toy, like... Is this sandbox? Forgot the term.
What? Sandbox?
No, it's... Like, when... Like, certain decks... In games, I think you call it sandbox.
Oh,
he kind of just like he can do whatever he like. He can get the pieces he needs to, like from anything.
Yeah, it's custom. It's called customs in ARMS, where it's like you pick whatever arms from any character, and you can.
No, I mean like Luna in general. Like when he's playing, he can get the information he needs, whether his opponent wants to show it or not. That's what I was.
Oh, okay.
Cause like maybe Treebird that first game was like I'm just gonna play more conservatively, but Luna still was like able to find cracks where he needed to, or he maybe just overwhelmed him.
And I think he shook Tree at this point, cause yeah, Tree was so close at first, and now it's just Tree's not even close. He's been shook at.
He just shut down for real. Oh, whiffed. That stinks.
It's not easy to get that rush to properly connect against Coil. Generally, for a lot of players, if you want to properly connect a rush against Coil, you need to be in the air so that you've kind of got that consistent camera movement to line up your shots.
That's kind of OD. Is this character still considered, like, first in their own class?
Yeah. Oh, these two are top 3, Coil being tier number 1. I think it's Brass and Kikobra, kind of depending on the person. It's like one might be the better or the other, but generally they're like.
But people are like Coil's above those two.
Yeah.
What was that grab? Oh my god, that was like max range. I mean, Luna just needs like one more hit or like a throw. Heard that. Nade didn't hit. Oh, this might be it. Yeah.
And now Luna is nice and ready to go in for the Dr. Coil mirror match that's going to be coming up in the semifinals. I'm guessing that's why he went specifically with Coil going through this one, where he's like, if I win this, I have to play against Astro.
I mean, that's if he wants to play the mirror. He doesn't have to.
I mean, it's at least generally most people see the best matchup against Coil is Dr. Coil. I would make the argument that Kid Cobra might technically be like a 55-45. And there might be other characters that are also like properly 50-50 or maybe slightly advantaged. But for the most part, people haven't really properly figured out the matchup yet. Like, she's been out this whole time.
Yeah, like how long's it been and they still haven't figured it out? Jeez.
She's... I mean... You get two kinds of coils. You get the coils that everybody's like, ah, she's easy. There's nothing really going on. It's just like she does these things. She goes for the punches, you shield, and then you punish her. And then you get Chateau, and you get Astro, and you're like, oh wait, never mind. This character's impossible. Like, there's no in between. There's no, this is a solid matchup where I can figure out what's going on. It's, this matchup's impossible, or this matchup
sucks.
Is easy.
I can't do anything. Help me, God. Chateau's dope. Have you seen him stream every now and then? Like, when I was like fixing my sleep schedule, I'd be up at like 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and I'd see him like just be playing ARMS online a few times on Twitch.
Who was?
Chateau.
Oh! I haven't
tune into him
watched
every
much
now
of
and
his
then.
stuff recently. I should watch his stuff again. But yeah, no, that dude was... He's retired now, if I'm not mistaken, but that dude is a beast.
Really? I thought
he
he
actually
was
like
the one that still played, because I know Pega stopped,
Maybe?
and Ku plays a lot of Valorant now, I think.
I remember Chateau announcing that he was leaving DTN on a big tournament, like just before COVID hit.
Oh, maybe like he's done playing competitively then.
Maybe, yeah.
So kind of chills. Actually, like the Coil Ditto, just not swinging. Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of mirror matchups in this game that some people really don't like, but I look at them, I'm like, I love them. Like, I don't like the Mechanica mirror match, but that's because I like to equip arms that are like not good against other Mechanicas. So it'll be like, my fellow Mechanica main, I am going to punch you with nades. And they're like, why aren't you using toasters? I'm gonna punch you with toasters. I'm like, no, I want to hit you with nades. And then I leave, and I'm like, damn it! Why can't you let me beat you with nades?
But no, I want to use nades. Quit being lame.
But if it's like one of those cases where it's like, I do get close. I somehow carry it out enough where it's like, oh, you're playing Master Mummy. Well, I'm gonna keep using nades anyways, and then I'll win. I'll be like, all right then.
Nice. Damn.
But it's just like, I know how to be a complete pest with nades, whether it be armor or flesh. I'll just like pummel it down with explosives.
I mean, nades are mad fun to use, so I don't blame you.
Every there's a few things that, like, I've started to figure out, like, players who like Mechanica, there's a few things that, especially with Mechanica, they agree on. Beyond just Mechanica. Nades are great, whammers are fantastic. Like, those are two big ones.
Bro, I've always used, like, I mean, even, like, defaults meta, like, I really liked using Revolver Whammer, and then when...
Oh, God, yeah.
It's like, oh God, take me back, please.
Or whammer homie. Just
yeah.
Oh, I hit you with the charged whammer. I'm just gonna get like 500 damage off of 130 damage. Look, 2/3 of your health disappeared because I hit you with the whammer.
BM, because like, oh my God, it did so much damage if you get a clean hit, but it was so hard.
Yeah. Whammer getting raised up is good.
Kablammer's cool too.
It's cool. I like Whammer more. I feel like Whammer's safer. It confirms are more effective in the long run. and it doesn't blow up in your face.
Right.
But that said, I've seen more than enough proof that Kablammer can work. I'm just too far gone on the side of Whammer that I look at the Kablammer, I'm like, eh. I will fully admit lots of bias in that pool.
Now I'm just gonna enable myself with the Whammer.
Yeah!
God. So we're doing stage bands. Oh. What else is left? Jelly Pop and TC are at 1-1 in losers. Jarrow's up on Mungus in losers. And it looks like Treebird and Mario are still playing out game 1. So that's cool.
Oh yeah.
Para beat Flesh Eater in losers, so Para moves on. He is in the top 8.
He's done it!
He did it.
Everybody applause for Para, yay!
He's got to play winner of Jaramungus.
Yay!
It sounded like one tag, Jaramungus.
That actually kind of sounds fun. How's the stage strike in between these two going?
Hanukkah told me Temple, so that looks like that's where we're going. I think we haven't seen Temple yet tonight. So that's where we're going.
I mean, I might be just mixing up with the events from, like, yesterday. I feel like we've been to Temple already. No, we haven't. Not today, no.
Too many ARMS events, man. It's too many. Was there one, like, yesterday, and then...
Yeah, I have... Like, yesterday I had the EU and NA Scrap Stars. Today we have this.
We had EU and NA yesterday?
Yeah.
That's a lot of work. Like, in one day.
Usually the EU one's pretty small, so it's not that big of a biggie.
You're right. Hanukkah rocking the typical... this is like the set I always see him rock. He's entered, like, you know, for your, however many of these we've done. He'll always have a stream match or two.
Yeah. Twin's going in. Yeah, Hanukkah's going in with it. This is a pretty classic loadout of his. It's also well designed to kind of play against Twin 5-0 and his dashes and everything. Chakram's just a scary thing for Lollipop to have to contend with.
Oh, nice. Good dodge out of there. Oh, he gets an arm break, like, at the very end. That's actually, like, best case scenario because he got out of the rush.
Yeah, that is good value right there.
Not only did you mad chip, but... Oh, that was...
Oh, he's gonna walk into it!
All you had to do was stand still. Ah.
If he went to the left or just stood still, he would have been able to shield that in time. But he walked to the right, and Twin was like, "You're gonna walk to the right."
I bet he's hitting himself for that one. Actually, he should be streaming right now. Hold on.
Yeah, he's streaming right now.
Yeah, usually he streams his runs. I don't. Yeah, this won't pull up his stream on the. I just want to see his reactions.
Yeah. Out comes this rush. It's gonna be a decent amount of damage, but Twin just had a really strong start. And all that's really gonna do is balance things out. Granted, balancing things out can be a really beneficial thing. All he has to do here is block this rush, and he should be able to secure himself a good lead on top of that.
Secure the bag, Danny. Come on.
Keeping up this pressure.
Oh no!
Oh, that is gonna be a clean
gonna
deflect off of that rush.
Oh yeah, he was so close that he couldn't have done anything there. Oh yeah, just walks into that. He's like a clip away from being put out here. Or we could bring it back. Oh, he caught him in the air!
Nice catch there.
Let's
Just
go.
barely getting by. Nice catch with that rush. We'll be able to balance out the score.
I feel like whenever
But now
both
it's
players are in
1-1.
the air, and someone gets caught, like, someone pops rush when they're both in the air, it's like, alright, this is, like, 100% gonna hit. There's usually not much they can do if only one has rush and the other one doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're in the air and your opponent has rush, it's just like, you kind of just gave it up.
I mean, because you can't block in the air, right? So it's like, you know...
There's certain exceptions, like Lollipop can do her air shield, but she's
only like on
Quinn
bounce,
also has, yeah. Quinn also has the option where if he's got uncharged Biffler, if he shoots it right, it can just swing right over the attack. Nice catch on that dash.
He caught him. He did like a tick hit, like into like rush. So like he wasn't plus enough on his like hit to hit him with the rush, but he still caught him trying to evade anyway.
Yeah, it wasn't a true confirm, but he caught him pressing buttons.
Yeah. Twin was mashing on his job.
And Twin is at critical right now. He's got that rush ready. Hanukkah definitely playing this slow and patient at this point. If he gets a straight Tri-Blast explosion, that will kill Twin. Anything he's looking for will be able to do so. And he's got the rush.
Oh, he's dead.
That is a true confirm right there, my friend.
He tried to play like too patient and then just got... Oh, that sucks.
Twin got too close. Charged Biffler is a true confirm for rush there, and he's gonna knock him out.
Oh, he was so close. He had all the time in the world to confirm that.
Yeah.
It looks like Jero took that set in losers, so Para... Yeah, Para has to play... Para and Jero have to play in losers. Oh, Jellypop lost to TC in losers. It looks like it was Helix Coil. That stinks.
I feel like he got a little messed up against that bout with Astro, and it just kind of got in his head.
Yeah, maybe.
TC's also a solid player, so he just couldn't keep up with it. Got knocked down.
Yeah, that was 2-1 as well. It might have been close. We'll never know until he tells us. It was close though. DNA. I feel like Hanukkah is definitely like 100% capable of taking a set off of Twin. He just needs to like the stars need to align.
He needs to. Yeah, there's a little bit of stars aligning, and then there's a lot of just like. He needs to be ready enough to keep mix-ups rolling, make sure that he doesn't get too lax with anything, because Twin is so difficult to just like. He's so good at catching you when you're starting to get lazy, when you're starting to just make weird misplays, and he'll just capitalize on them. Like, when you're getting too aggressive in a certain state, he'll punish you for it. If you're playing too defensively, he'll punish you for it. You need to find that sweet point where you work best, and that's when he's going to struggle most. And Hanukkah does have the arms to be able to get that, but I think a lot of what's just going on is that he needs to find that sweet point, and he's just struggling to... He's either he's not aware where it specifically is right now, or he's just not able to make the distance to get himself set up in a position to be in that sweet point.
Dang, got hit with that charge Biffler rush confirm again.
Indeed.
Delete his life bar.
Yeah, that is... Speaking of demoralizing things to get knocked down by, like, that is a heavy blow to the face, where you just see the first charge Biffler hit you, and then you see the rush and you're like, alright, I'm just taking 500 damage here because
like,
I got too close.
Good because of the hit that it does to your vision, right? Like,
yeah, the blind is kind of like an icing to the cake. It doesn't really do much in the grand scheme of things. There are cases where you can mess up your opponent. You can get them to misplay in a way because they can't see as well. But generally, it's about the speed, it's about the arc and movement of the Biffler. It's how it retracts quickly, like, it's a lot more about the base properties than the status ailment that comes out on top.
Should be it. Oh, almost.
No, magic pixel time! Hanaka's still got his chance, he's got a huge hill to climb, but he's got his chance. 40 seconds left on the clock. He is trying to find his way in. If he gets his rush ready, he might be able to start oppressing.
He has to play, like, literally perfectly here. Can't get hit by anything. Ah.
Oh! He's gonna blow himself up.
That stinks. Well, it's because he hit, Twin hit the arm, so.
Yeah.
2 rip for Twinned.
That's going to be a rough one for Hanukkah. Fortunately, he still is in the bracket that was on winner's side. He still got his chance to keep things rolling. I believe that he's going to be chilling a little bit. It's either he'll be facing off against either TC, Treebird, or Mario. Yeah, he's got some breathing room now.
He's got time to sit back and be like, all right, this is the things I need to work on. You know, blah blah blah. Treebird, he's probably most afraid of. Last time he did lose to Treebird in winners, I believe, but they still ended up tying for 5th place. So I think they played in winners. That was like, you know, last month.
Yeah. Treebird's one of those swing hits where it's like he has a lot of good plays and he's really good at pressuring. He's got a solid grasp, but he does struggle a little bit in a couple of places here and there, and he can choke. He can get a little too stressed out, caught up in the moment, and that makes him really aggressive, and he just starts pressing buttons a lot. And I've seen matchups, especially between him and Luna, where Luna kind of just walks away free in a lot of the matchup between the two. Where I can't remember who it was specifically, but they kind of just punished him for pressing buttons over and over and over, and it was just like, it was one of those cases where you're just looking, you're like, this is just rough. The poor guy's just getting chewed through.
Right. We'll have Astro on stream soon. Anka, leave the lobby, come on.
We're three. Are we 3 for 3 on this?
I think so.
We're 3 for 3 on this.
I see in Hanukkah's stream he is making a Photoshop replica, or not, a Microsoft Paint replica of Astro Ninja's set with Jelly Pop, like the Smash GG set. It's really funny, actually. Fucking asshole.
Yeah, one of his like little redemption things is you can request like
MS Paint drawing.
Yeah, he'll just do an MS Paint drawing. Alright, he left. We're good.
Yeah. So,
Dr. Quill looks like a fall guy. I love it. Yeah, I guess we're gonna be looking forward to seeing a Dr. Quill mirror match coming up here.
That's if he wants to play the mirror, but like he said, he can actually just, you know, turn his brain off in the mirror. I think is that what he said?
Well, no, he says he has to be smart.
Oh, okay.
If he wants to turn his brain off, that's Dr. Quill is not going to be a good pick in the matchup, but I mean, at least for a lot of people, until they like really genuinely figure out the matchup, mirror match isn't the worst decision. Gives you a little bit more time. Yeah, I'd like to say that I think I know what I'm doing. I think I know what I'm looking for in the matchup now. I just need to be able to start executing it a lot better, because thanks to Dastardly with a really solid... Was it just the best of 3? I think it was like a best of 3, but I ended up walking away like 2-1 against him. And I learned a lot in that bout. I even went back and reviewed it, and I'm like, oh, there were a lot of things to make note of there. So hopefully I can, if I meet Astro later on in other events, maybe I'll hold a bit better, but...
Dastardly's sick.
He is wicked.
I miss him.
He's a cool guy. Shout out to Dastardly.
I need help. Mario left and didn't confirm score. Just ask in chat, like the Discord. And then we'll get that situated. So it looks like we will see the mirror.
Astro going to be going in double nade.
Is that Toaster Roaster?
That is correct. Luna will be going in with the Toaster and the Roaster. A little bit better at boxing, so it should help him out in trying to keep up against these nades. But if Astro's just playing a dominant game, he's going to have a lot more control with those nades. He's going to have a lot more power with each impact as well. And it can just lend itself to being a really dominant round for him. As we're already seeing, with a quick 31 seconds to take Luna down.
Yeah, quick round.
We're going to be changing things up, looking for the Fun Chuck. I actually don't think it's too great of an arm against Dr. Quill. I've seen people make it work well, but she just has too much functionality. It's too easy for her to kind of slide out of the way and aim her arms in a way that the Fun Chuck can't properly do its parrying. And in a lot of cases, it's just, it doesn't curve enough, it's not fast enough to really catch her in some of her movements. Nice block there, though.
Got away from that. This seems to be like all Astro Ninja. Like, small tidbits of Luna gas, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Astro just knows this game. He knows he played this game more than probably anybody else who's really actively competing these days. Especially within the last year or so. Like, he plays this game consistently. He spends a lot of his time and energy just playing this game. Because he's got that time on his hands, and it really shows just, with dedication, what you can do with a character.
He's just a gamer.
Yeah, he's a gamer. An arms gamer. He is the player to beat for a lot of these people, too. Like, anybody who comes across him, they're like, alright, I'm looking specifically to beat him. What are we going to do? What am I going to do? And then usually, it almost never works. Sometimes you'll get, like, a surprise with Para being able to take him down, but generally, it's him mopping the floor with somebody, and maybe there's, like, one little light that shines where it's like, oh, look, his opponent got a chance to do some cool plays, and they're popping off really hard. Alright, that's the rest of it.
Then,
go
like,
home now.
Yeah, then it's like, alright, back to regularly scheduled program.
Back to the dunking of the opponent.
Wait, what stage? Are they gonna go back? Oh, Buster.
Maybe just a little too much space for Astro there. I mean, it's the same character. Oh no, we are seeing the Kid Cobra coming out.
Cobra's coming. What do you got, Luna? How's that Cobra?
So Kid Cobra is one of the few characters that can kind of match Coil in the air just because of the way he short hops, moves. His jumps are so big and just make him a really difficult target. And then that high girth size also really lends itself to making it that much easier to catch Coil with your attacks.
Right. I keep forgetting about that girth size, like, thing. Isn't, like, your character... Like, the arms will still be light, medium, heavy, but, like, it'll be... like bigger or smaller compared to like the character you're using, right?
Yeah, like the easiest way to see, if you're wanting to see the difference in when we're talking about girth, pick Min Min, charge up your dragon arm, and you'll be like, oh, my dragon arm is significantly bigger than my non-dragon arm, and that's just like, that's the difference in girth size that can really show up in these games.
Is it like how much bigger is it? Is it just get like one more size?
She goes from like the smallest, I think size 2 to like, she goes from the second smallest to the second biggest girth size.
Oh dang.
So it's like a huge shift, and you can really see like how the sizes shift throughout overall.
Neat.
But like, if you just look at Luna's roaster compared to Astro's toaster right there, you'll be able to just see that difference already, where it's like
slightly bigger.
A little bit of girth size can, and in a lot of cases, will make a big difference. Astro again holding on to a solid lead. Luna struggling to find his way in. I don't think Buster Beach is working out nearly as well as he was hoping, especially when he gets into that hot pocket. Just, it's easy. Luna's just constantly going to stay up disadvantage then. Nice rush to catch that landing, and yeah, this one's going to be a pretty clean 2-0 for Astro, who will be advancing to face off against Twin 5-0.
Yep, the winners finals everyone was probably expecting.
I'll be honest, I was kind of expecting Para, but Hanukkah, with a really surprise performance, took him out and sent him to the lower bracket.
Oh, you were thinking Para could have beaten Twin?
Yeah.
Dang.
I've seen Para play. He's insane.
It
I feel like a lot of people underrate him, or it's just, a lot of it is because you don't see him play too often, so a lot of people just kind of forget how much of a beast he is.
Right.
But he's one of those players where it's like, if he shows up to a bracket, there's a good chance that he's going to make it really far. I mean, granted, he's seeded 3rd here, so that was anticipated in some manner, but like, yeah, he's one of those players.
Who is he playing now? Does he still play Springman? Or
I mean, let's look at what he picked in the bracket. He had Kid Cobra for the first bout, then he went Twintel and Kid Cobra against Hanukkah. And then against Flesh Eater, he went Kid Cobra again.
Yeah.
He's got a really good Springman. What other characters are there? I didn't know he played Twintel. That one's an interesting pick to me. But of course, he's got the Bite and Bark, Kid Cobra. I think I've seen a decent Brass. He can pretty much play any character. I think the one to know most these days, like if he's really looking to win a match, he picks Ninjara.
No, okay. That's neat. Surprised he didn't go Ninjara against Hanukkah.
I think he was. He plays. He plays more than he competes. Like even in brackets like this, he's still more focused on having fun. So it's one of those cases where it's like he's probably just in the mood for a Kid Cobra right now, so he's playing Kid Cobra. He was like, "Oh, it'd be fun to play Twintel against Hanukkah," and then he loses. He's like, never mind. Let's switch over to Kid Cobra." Loses again. That didn't work.
Should he went Ninjara then?
It might have helped him out, but I don't think he's really worried about that.
We got some time to kill here.
So we've got.
Could have run ads, I guess. I'll read these off.
Oh yeah, let's do those.
So if you play Grand Blue or Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, check out Arc Revo online. This is a thing organized, it's a big online circuit hosted by ArcSys, and there's qualifiers for each region online. There's an ArcSys like JP circuit. I'm pretty sure there's an EU one, and there's NA. And at least here we have the Midwest one is being hosted by Low Kick. It'll be streamed on Low Kick stuff. That'll be October 10th, 11th weekend, I believe. So if you play Grand Blue or BB Tag and you live in the Midwest, the states are on that Smash GG. It will be Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, Ohio, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Wisconsin. So any of those states, please. It's free to enter, I believe. And there is a $250 prize pot provided from Arc System Works for each game as well. So it's not like 250 split. Yeah, and so top 2 from each game will get an invitation and a round trip travel to Arc Revo Finals in SoCal, whenever that is. Whenever we get tournaments back up, I guess they will announce the date. Because now sucks. So even if it was in like December, I still probably wouldn't feel comfortable. I don't know about
I don't think
you.
I'd want to enter anything until like summer next year at best.
Yeah, if it was like an invitational in like the spring, maybe I'd probably go. But I'm just very paranoid as well. Like, I do not want to fly anywhere.
Yeah. I'm going to be taking a flight pretty soon, which is going to be really interesting. And yeah, like, traveling by flight is like, stay in your home for 2 weeks, don't go out, wear a mask, when you go to the airport, have like 3 layers of masks on, wash your hands every 10 seconds. It's like I'm exaggerating, but they're very thorough.
I mean, my family member works in airlines, so they had to leave for a while because there just weren't enough flights, so they had to like cycle out employees. But she's working again, and so now like they're telling me when you board now, they board from the back to the front for the airplane to make it faster, and they also like thoroughly like clean the plane after each flight, and they like are very good about spacing people out now, which is kind of cool.
It's about time.
Well, I mean, now it's just like in a row, like you'll just be window or aisle, you won't be middle.
Yeah.
Which is probably nice, but that just means there's less spots like to fly. But I'm sure there's less people flying, so it doesn't matter anyway. Moving on.
There's probably a fraction of the people flying. Yeah, let's keep going.
Low Kick does podcasts on this channel where they kind of just shoot the shit about fighting games. Saturdays at 5 p.m. Central Time. I believe they get uploaded to their YouTube. Let me just check real quick to double check it myself. It's mostly the yeah, all the brackets get uploaded, and yeah, you'll see there's a couple of the yeah, they upload the podcasts. Yeah, they haven't happened in a while. I think they did it last week for the first time in a long time, because sometimes they're just hard to organize everyone getting together. You can donate directly to the staff if you would like to. It'll take you to a page like this. You can enter in any amount. It's all optional. Anything would be appreciated, as a lot of us are also going through it with COVID. COVID sucks.
Oh yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm. Alright, what else? On Friday. Alright, please work. Does the bracket link work? It does. There will be Low Kick 34, or Online 34, that'll have Grand Blue and Dragon Ball. I'm assuming it'll be open to the Midwest, and you have to have LAN. The states are not on the Smash GG yet, like the eligible states, but it's just, Midwest, probably. Yeah, Dragon Ball, Grand Blue, check that out, and this slide's kind of wrong because there's 5 Tuesdays this week, so we won't be running anything next Tuesday, a week from today. So there will be nothing on the 29th, but there will be stuff on the 2nd. Yeah, you can support the prize pools of the Matcherinos by using that code in chat, and you'll be taken to a page like this. And then all you have to do is click contribute. You just type in Loco 33 arms, and it'll prompt you, and then you can just sign in with like Twitter, Twitch. I mean, you're already watching on Twitch right now if you're on desktop, so you can just log into your Twitch and then click contribute, and pop a free 50 cents in. You can see all the people that have done it so far. Look at that. Look at all those coupon codes used.
Well, there's so many!
Yeah, like I said, like, I threw some money into the pot, but other than that, like, everyone, it's been like coupon, like, G Fuel code, card heart. You know, it hasn't been like any of the.
Look at all the ones from Slayer. Just.
Let me go back. Ah, it's pretty good.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it reached like $30 just on the virtue of people only throwing money like from the coupon stuff, which is actually hilarious. You don't really see that often.
No, that's like incredible. Oh hey, we got Para finished up his bout with J-Ro.
Okay.
Oh.
Cool. Now Para can play
Luna
on stream. Here's a look at the top 8 so far. This is what's finished, this is what's not finished. Still a ways to go. Treebird and TC are playing. TC's up a game. That's interesting.
TC's going mad with this run. Like,
he's going in.
This is the first time I'm seeing results like this from this guy. He is definitely tearing things up.
He lost to Hanukkah and winners, and then immediately beat Pikmin and Jelly Pop, and now he's up a game on Treebird. So he will get double jeopardied if he beats Treebird, which would be unfortunate.
I mean, unless he turns things around and is able to take Hanukkah out
it's
in the revenge. Oh, okay. Treebird still got his chance.
Yeah. Alright, yeah. Well, whenever Luna and Para get in here, we can start.
Yay.
Eat.
There we go. We got Luna.
Oh, so Luna is in the game? Alright, cool. Cool.
We just need to find Para.
Yeah, whatever he's doing.
Out of the players that we do have in the lower brackets, who do you think is going to be able to make it through? Like, if you were just to make a prediction.
Para? Para's so good. He's always been good, too. Which is kind of nuts. I mean, same with, like... Well, I mean, the other people, like Twind has always been good, but Twind is in the winners still.
I just realized Twind and Astro both finished their tag with an O. With the 0.
Yeah. I'm not sure why they do that, but it's cool.
It looks cool when both of them have it at the end.
So when you say Astro Ninja's tag, you just say Astro Ninja, right? You don't say Astro Ninja 0?
Yeah, no, I just say... Like, in a lot of cases, I'll just say Astro.
But then Twind, you're like, oh, it's Twind 5-0. Like, it's not Twind 5. Like, you say Twind 5-0.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, I say Twin 5-0, but not Astro Ninja O. I guess it's because Twin 5-0... Well, like, if you listen to how it rolls, like, Twin 5-0, like, 5-0 is a score.
Yeah,
so
it sounds cooler as well. Like, it rolls off the tongue, easy.
Or Astro Ninja O doesn't... That sounds like a cereal.
It's Astro Ninja O's.
I don't want Astro Ninja O's. I'm just gonna go with Astro Ninja, because it fits. But I call Astro, and I'll call Twin.
Yeah, also there's obviously like the Astro and Twin. Just the short and
But yeah, so if you want to put an O at the end or a 0, make sure it doesn't turn your tag into like a cereal brand or something like that. If you don't make it sound like a cereal brand, then people will use it. If it makes it sound like a cereal brand, like Malivo, like no, but people wouldn't call me a Malivo. I don't like that. I don't like that. Why am I saying that? It's terrible. I don't want that tag. Burrow.
Burrows.
That actually kind of
This sounds like, you know, the burrow, like.
Yeah, I mean that's a really
B-O-U-G
cool way
or-
to be like Burrow. That would be a really unique way to have the
5 New
Burrow
York-
tag.
The 5 New York boroughs.
Yo. There we go. There's Pyra.
Ba-doom.
We are diving straight into DNA Lab as well. Is this not where?
Ninjara and
Oh yeah.
Kid Cobra.
We've
Interesting.
got the hot snake slipping back in. I think. Okay, yeah, definitely looks like Pyra's just kind of really wanting to just stick with Kid Cobra. Luna's, I feel like he's picking something else up. Gonna give something else a swing because the Dr. Quill didn't work against Astro.
I mean, Luna's like, I think just because your coil didn't work against Astro Ninja doesn't mean that it won't work against other people. It still probably works. Me didn't wanna play it against Pyra. I'll never know. It goes through some fighting game players' heads sometimes when they pick like characters or stages.
There's a lot of
Yeah. Go on.
There's a lot of cases where people are thinking like super long term. Like I've seen this a couple of cases where it's like Luna's Dr. Koyo could probably take or stand toe to toe with Pyra and it might work out in the end. But there's also the case where it's like Luna's thinking, alright, if I'm in this, I'm gonna try to think for the long game. So I have to take Pyra down regardless, and I want to be in the best position. If I'm not in the best position after taking like X down, Pyra in this case, then I need to. Then I wouldn't win the next one, and winning the next one is more important than winning this one for various reasons.
Those are different, right?
Those are Bubs.
Oh, Bubs. Those are like
Buff, Bubs, and Bifflers. 3 different arms.
Yeah, so those are like just normal arms, right? But they're like big. Isn't that what the trade-off is? So they're medium arms.
They have no elemental advantage. You can't charge them up to get like grab confirms like the Chakram or guaranteed knockdown like the Toaster. But they're alongside the buff, which is the green version of them. They are the fastest retracting arm in this game. They're like one of the safest options you could have. And when you charge up with them as well, you'll notice like you get a free girth size on top of that. So if you pick like the biggest girth size character and you put one of these on, yeah, they become massive.
Yeah, those things get huge. I never really noticed that until now.
And coupled up with the fact that like you're just kind of over punching everything your opponent is doing. Like you literally just play a boxing game with those arms.
Yeah, he seemed like he took that. Like he just kind of ducked and weaved with Cobra's like good movement options, and then just hit him. What's the other version you said? The green one? God, it's been so freaking long since I played this game.
Ah, it's all good.
What's the difference?
I'm here. I am a literal encyclopedia about this game, except for like frame data. Buff is the green version of Bub. The big difference between the two, where Bub has the option to be like full control like Nade, or extremely strong homing like the buff, I guess. The buff only has extreme homing, where it's like some of the arms like Toaster will kind of have slight auto guidance where it'll go towards the opponent. But then there's other stuff like like if we're talking Toaster or Roaster, the big difference there is like Toaster will kind of lean itself towards the opponent. It'll auto chase. Like you still have some control over how it moves, but it chases on its own initially. And then the Roaster doesn't. The buff would be an extremity of the Toaster where it's like you have very little control over how it works, and it just goes after the opponent's face.
Neat.
And then Bub, generally it was seen more like Roaster, where you have you throw it out and you just aim it however you want. But if you throw it out and you don't if you don't aim it at to any degree, it will actually automatically aim itself. And it kind of just plays like the buff thing.
Alright, Treebird did take it over TC and losers. So, we will have Hanukkah Treebird after this. Ah, he did go coil.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think he was going in with the idea of like, I want to use Ninjara to take on whoever I face off next because I'm expecting Para or Hanukkah, so on and so forth. And then Para was just like, oh hey, don't forget about me. And he's like, oh right, you're scary. So he switched over to the coil again. Sorry, you were saying?
I don't remember what I was saying.
Fair.
Para's really good. I don't wonder why he picked Via, but I know a lot of people don't like this map.
I think Luna picked this stage specifically to try to limit Kid Cobra's movements. Like, that opportunity was because of Via Dolce. That also said it can lend Para to be a little bit better at cornering Luna as well, which we're seeing Para try to get going. He does get a little bit of chip damage there.
It was a good patience on the rush. We kind of wait like a second before they're throwing those last 2 punches out. Alright. Okay. Can you close this out, Luna? Yep. Nice.
He manages to. Has to expend the rush, but that's worth it in some cases.
I mean, yeah, he baited him into trying to punish him with that, like the, minus frames, like at point blank range. So of course he tried to punish it, but then you know, deep minus frames DP is a classic fighting game maneuver.
Indeed. Alright, and this round is also working out pretty well for him here. He's managing to make a lot of really good calls, really excellent plays.
Almost over.
That rush is gonna... While Para did have the height advantage, Luna just had 2 medium weight flurry arms and it's just gonna power through what Para had.
It's a quick game. Okay, 1-1.
Yeah, score 1-1. Whoever takes this can advance.
I'm tired. I didn't do anything today. I'm still tired.
Sometimes it's just you wake up exhausted and that's just the way the game is going to be played for the rest of the day and you're like, alright, I guess this is just how it be.
Yeah, for real. Alright, sticking character is going to Moss. Luna likes this stage, I think.
This can be a good stage for Luna, and it's also going to work well for Para on the fact that, like, he did end up getting cornered out pretty well in Via, so he's likely switching over here so that he can get a bit more space, a little more room to be able to breathe. That said, the clapback works kind of better in Via, so if he was coming in with this strap, but, I mean, it's still clapback Cobra.
Yeah, isn't that the meme? Like clapback Cobra is really good, so.
Yeah, it's one of those meta loadouts where it's like, you look at certain characters and when you think of them, at least these days, like, clapback Cobra is something where it stands out, where it's like, yes, this is like a big deal loadout for this character where pretty much anybody who's experienced with Kid Cobra will know this loadout to some degree. Min, of course, would be like Min Blast style.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, this is an incredibly good synergy loadout for how this character can be played.
With the amount of times I've seen the stage pick, I feel like I never see the middle break as often as I used to.
Yeah, people have learned how to play around it. Like, there's still a lot of aggression that can go into here, but a lot of players have learned to know when it's safe to be on that center platform, and when they're not wanting to go on there to risk that having that platform broken down.
Yeah, because both people don't want that to break, right? Or will sometimes one person want it?
It depends on the case. Like, in this matchup, Luna definitely wants that thing to break, because it prevents Pyra from having as much room to, like, move around, dance. He's kind of forced to back up against that wall. And Coil just soars across the trampoline.
Well, yeah, because
anyway,
she acts like that thing's never there at all, so...
Yeah. She's immune to it, which has its downsides because you can't use it, but it has its upsides because you can't use it.
Yeah, so, like, the trade-off is way more in your favor by not having that out. Oh, this... still didn't throw it on there. Or, like, throw Luna onto it.
Oh!
That was a good challenge. That was so good.
That landing leg punished Pyra so hard there, and he is losing ground fast. Luna building up the rush. If he gets it ready, he could have had a chance, but Pyra says no.
Pyra moving on. Gatekeeping Luna out of top 4. Dang. Hanukkah being St. Louis's last rep. The last hope for a top 3 St. Louis, or a top 4.
Now it's just Hanukkah. Sole STL going forward. We'll have to see how he fares against Treebird. Like you said, this could be a tough matchup for him. Brass is scary. Springman can be a little scary too. I'd say it's I'd say Springman is in Twintail's favor, and I'd probably say Twintail is favored against Brass, but there's still a lot that can go wrong.
Yeah.
And when it goes wrong fast.
You never know. And we got Hanukkah, and we got Tree in here, so they can let me know the stage. And I can start. And then we'll have our top 4.
Indeed. This one might be a little exciting. This one might be interesting.
This will be a good set, for sure. It's going to go down to the wire or be a blowout. I don't think there's any in between.
Yeah.
They still might be deciding.
There's a lot to decide here. Like, there's not too many stages in this game, but it's still like each stage has so much going on for it too.
Yeah, it's important to pick the right one.
Because, like, there's a lot of stages that if Tree will have a lot more room to get things going, and once he gets things going, it's incredibly difficult for Hanukkah. So Hanukkah's trying to find the stages where he can't do that, but Tree's looking for the stages where he can do that. Temple Grounds is meeting part way here, and it could go either way. This is probably one of the more balanced ones for these two.
Yeah, probably.
Tribolt nade on the Brass, Hydra Cooler Rain on the Twintail. Both going in with some very solid loadout combos. Nice catch for Tree. Reading that grab attempt a little too early for that.
He challenged the hell out of that.
He knew exactly how a Twintail likes to open the game.
Oh, we got another ice.
Nice response there, but he's gonna dash right into that Hydra. Gonna give Hanukkah a lot more room to keep this pressure, keep this suppression going. Definitely some solid picks for forcing Tree out of deflect, and then punishing it with that cooler rain, or just sniping him down with the Hydra.
That was really good patience from Hanukkah, also just standing behind the pillar with shield. I think Trigger wanted him to do something, and it just wasn't something.
Yeah. And he was rewarded very much for it, because Treebird doesn't have a rush anymore. He got really eager to throw it out. Hanukkah knew full well that he was looking for that. We're now in a position where Hanukkah has to be careful. He's got a good rush, but it's also something Tree could power through. That is a very mono rush, and there's a lot of openings. Any misplay out of that rush is just painful for Hanukkah to take. I think he's going to try starting up a nice block here.
Yeah, he baited the rush out of Treebird, so even if Hanukkah loses the round.
Yeah.
Oh, actually...
He's got this chance, though. We've got the Enrage, but a rush could definitely take him down.
Oh, he mashed!
Punishes the buttons!
Well, I think his shield was, like, bad, so, like, he got him in the corner, like, exactly where he wanted him. He's like, I don't care if you got your armor, you know, because if you can't hit me because you're going to die first.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so good.
That was a really good setup.
Oh my god. Man, he had Tripper thinking he was going to clear there. Sorry.
That's not going to have as much widespread. It's not going to be nearly as safe on shield, but Chakram is it's going to have a much easier time powering through Hanukkah's attacks. And if Hanukkah's missing grabs, that's just
I thought Treebird's grab was going to miss there for a second too.
It looked like it was going to, but yeah, he ended up just having that wide brass range, just helping him stretch into Hanukkah's area. He's trying to find a way to force something out of Hanukkah, and the deflect will lead into a clean 370.
Nice punish.
And now we're right back where we were before. Lots of more time on the clock, but that is extremely vulnerable.
Oh god. He should have just rushed him when he had the broken arm, right?
He could have, but we're also in a situation now where if Hanukkah gets a good opening, if he just sees a misplay like he had before,
my god,
he can take out Tree with anything at this point, and that rush is just there to make it worse.
You don't even need it.
Sometimes the best strategy with rush is just to be like, you're that spooky ghost where you're like, ooh, I'm a spooky ghost, I've got to rush. And
I mean, you're pressuring because of the presence of it, not even the fact that you're using it.
Yeah.
Exactly, you're baiting your opponent to do something. It's kind of like in other games that have, you know, in gear, if you have 100 meter, you're maybe not going to do something with it, but at least you can threaten, you know, like YRC or something. Or like Under Night, if you have Vorpal, you can also chain shift. So even if you're not using it, you can make your opponent play differently.
Yeah. Yeah, it plays a lot like that. Rush is so powerful in this game where it's just like, you see that thing come up and you have to respect it.
Minus frames in the rush. Nice. Or is that like the I got him GG's?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, did they pick the stage?
Did they?
Cool. I don't think any changes we're seeing from either player. Nope. Was Hanukkah not rocking Tri-Blast last game? I don't remember.
No, he was going in with the Hydra.
Okay.
Like, he's sticking with the loadout. The Tri-Blast is really good in this matchup as well, but the Hydra does similar things to the Tri-Blast, just more vertical, and it has that guaranteed knockdown from the fire damage.
Which is good, because you want that against Brass.
Alright, now we're starting to see some mind games coming in with those ice chains. Tree's starting to lose a little bit of his footing here.
Nice. He's just hitting him. We're getting flipped a lot more than I think he wants to be. He's like there, he's just charging in his face. He got hit. Oh, he's dying here.
Oh!
Yeah. Even if Tree were challenged, I don't know if he would have gotten away with it. Or maybe because he had 2 medium arms over the light and the medium arm. He might have been able to like push through it, but he didn't have rush anyway, so it didn't matter.
That was in that situation. I feel like that was just like he was desperate to find his way out, and it just Hanukkah got in his mind and just gave him a really hard time.
Yeah, he just up back on wake up. Hanukkah covered it. Nice. They got a full range ice hit too. The Chilla actually doing more work than the Hydra, I think, right now. Oh my god! Did you see that like micro walk into the whiff punish?
Oh, I didn't see it.
On Hanukkah, like behind the pillar. It was so good.
He's really on fire with this one right now. He wants to be able to take Para down another time. He wants to get to that end bracket.
Hanukkah's gonna double Jeopardy Para and it's great.
Holding on to a solid lead. Tree can KO with the rush if he gets a clean aim. I think no, that was not enough. But he does have 2 perma-charged explosive arms just to bombard Hanukkah with.
I
just
think if he takes a
that pain in.
okay, yeah. If he took a splash damage, even if he did like a rush, he probably would have died anyway. Ah, damn. Yeah, I'm sorry. Jinxed it. It's such a lead too.
Tree trying out another loadout here. We're just going ham in on the nades.
Oh yeah, this.
I mean, you can't blame him.
That's a lot of damage too. Gonna grab him. Oh, he could have grabbed him. A lot of the pillars. Oh, what? Word? Okay. He hit him.
Hydra's 3 shots, so even if he punches down 1, there's still 2 more coming at him.
Yeah,
so he probably just got traded down.
Hanukkah big chilling on that rush. If I was Tree, wouldn't you want him to take the chip damage anyway?
Generally, but I feel like he's just cautious that Hanukkah's getting these perfect shield timings, which if he's not lining up his nades well enough, Hanukkah can just like dash through those explosions and then he'll have like punish windows.
Hanukkah got another
and chances are he's just starting to feel a little more anxious. He's slowing down a lot, trying to just be a lot more focused and precise with his shots, because he doesn't want to mess this up. He wants to take Hanukkah down. He wants to be the one to advance the top 4.
Oh yeah, it's gonna. Oh, I thought that was gonna whiff. Oh.
And now we're in the same game. Oh, an opening! Trying to anticipate the rush here. We are close to the timer ticking down. He just has to block. He just has to block.
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough time for Hanukkah to do anything. Especially with that wake up deflect on grass.
Oh.
He did it. He did it. He's still in here.
Hanukkah's gotta be kicking himself for that.
Yeah, that was a rough one. At least for Hanukkah. A very triumphant one for Treebird, though.
Yeah.
Scored to 1 apiece, and both now looking for their chance to make it to that semi-finals bracket.
That was so close. Oh my god.
That was intense. And then he just got that one extra little bap on Hanukkah's face as he was trying to go in for the chase with that rush. Like, Hanukkah had the rush, and he just threw out this uncharged nade right into his face. He's just like, ha, gotcha!
I think Danny recognizes the points where he needs to, play a little differently. We should see a switch.
I feel like a lot of that was just the stage 2, like. Going into some, like, if Sparring Ring isn't banned, he'll definitely go there. Mausoleum would probably be a good pick. I don't think Via would be a solid pick because there's enough space for Treebird to be able to buff up to start things rolling. Scrapyard could actually be okay.
We'll see. We don't know where he's going yet.
If Temple Grounds is available, he did take a pretty solid point there. Would make sense for us just to go straight back there again.
Oh, he's going via.
Oh, we are trying this out. Okay, so the game plan that he's looking for here is Tree will get the buff up, he'll get that advantage state at the start, but if he can win from... If he can either slow things down so Tree doesn't get a buff up again, or win trades before Tree starts to get a buff up again, like, this can be a really bad place for Tree. He's got to get that start rolling, though. And Tree's going to be starting out with advantage. He's going to be holding on to that buff as much as possible. He wants to keep things going. He wants these grab confirms. He lost that first trade. This is a really bad place for him now.
Okay, he got thrown out of the corner by virtue of Brad.
I mean, he's in a new corner. Like, the big thing
he's in
was
the other corner. Oh, no, he's getting mixed.
He needed to get that first successful trade. Like, this is such a swing stage. I'm going to just... I feel like this was a really bad pick for him. Like, he was... I see what he's looking for, but Brass buffs up at the start. So you're already at disadvantage, so you have to play patiently. You can't let him get that.
Right.
And if he does, you have to be able to push back in a way, or at least slow things down. And he was incapable of doing any of that. Like, he's respecting Treebird so much right now. He is terrified. Well, he might not be terrified, but he is giving Treebird a lot of space, a lot of room to be able to get this setup. We do get this rush. That rush is essential to be able to get that knockdown, and now he has his chance. But if Treebird gets one trade like that, all of a sudden it's Haneka's game again.
In close quarters with Brass. I don't know why he wanted to try this.
I think he was... I know what he was looking for. He was looking at this as, okay, Brass buffs up once, I win the trade, Brass is now in a corner, I Actrosaur to victory. Unfortunately, he forgets that he's being he forgot about Deflect, and he's giving Tree a lot of time to just start getting buffs up, get those deflects going, and just generally outplay Haneka. Because Tree just has the advantage, he just has those opportunities, and Haneka's just gonna enrage him. Like, easy rush generation, this is an easy KO. He threw it hard by picking this stage, and it bit him in the ass. Like that,
damn.
like I said that Via would be a risky pick, and this is why.
It was.
Don't take Brass to Via unless you are confident. Unless you are super confident that you can pressure Brass or stall him enough so that he loses his buff and then start pressuring him. Don't take him to Via, because he's going to buff up and he will just dance all over your mangled corpse.
And he did. That's what exactly happened. Holy crap. That was actually unreal.
That was what I was talking about at the start. Like, stages matter a lot. Here's evidence. Here is so much evidence as Brass just reminds people that there's a lot of matchups where it's like, this stage is a little bit in this character's favor. This stage is in a little bit of this character's favor. But there's a couple of cases like Mechanica, Brass, Dr. Quail, where you're like, if you take if you take Brass here, you lose. It's like it turns a matchup that might be 50-50, 40-60 or something like that in your favor, and all of a sudden now it's in Brass's favor. Like it completely turns that bout in its head, unless you can charge in quick enough.
Oh, there's Hanukkah's out, so he's bringing his fellow gamers into chat.
Hello, gamers! Greetings!
Welcome to the game zone.
You're just in time for Para versus Treebird.
Well, we're gonna have Twinned and Astro first.
Ah, okay. You're just in time for Twinned and Astro.
Oh, okay. Cool, Twinned Astro. Make sure to check out the Matcherino. Do the thing.
Give money.
In chat. Yeah, free money. Also, we need to update the Smash GG with what? Smash GG is updated.
Yeah, it's up to date.
Yeah.
It's up to date with all of the information that you want. All the information that an ARMS player, a person who is interested in video games could want.
I'll flash this real quick. This is our top 4. Astro, Twin, Parrot, Treebird, St. Louis at 5th and 5th, and 7th.
I mean, 5th isn't a bad place for STL to have to stop. So we're just waiting for their stages to be picked, eh?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
And it looks like we do have this decision. As Astro's hopped in.
What did they? Oh, Buster. I need to set the stage. Oh my. Holy crap. Joy-Cons are like the worst controllers you can get.
They're very cursed. Alright, here we go. Twin 5-0 versus Astro. Buster Beach, definitely one of Twin's best stages. Maybe not Lollipop's best stage, but Twins had to deal with this stage so much that it's become one of his favorites.
Probably, I mean, there's only so many stages, so you see the same ones over and over again.
And eventually, you're gonna come across a few that just aren't your pick, and eventually it's just like, alright, well, I just gotta learn how to deal with the matchup here, because... I just don't have the space and time otherwise. Starting things off, we do see Twin holding on to that light lead. Almost gets the safe Biffler, but it's still not fast enough. Astro gonna get a clean rush. Decent amount of damage and securing himself a nice lead. Out comes the rush. Twin does get a starting bit, but unfortunately cannot get the rest of the chain going as that Biffler just clips Astro to the side. The rush going to finally connect. Twin almost got the Biffler, but again, he just curved it just a little bit too much.
Good play
Because of
coming out
that.
from each of these players. Astro with like a slight health lead coming down to time. Oh, that was really good. That pretty much sealed the round.
Yeah.
Dynamite! Dynamite!
Coming into round 2, and Twin, he's not even going to play with the Bifflers anymore. He's done this matchup enough that he's starting to get an idea on what arms he's really not looking to make work. He's going to give those roasters a try, a little bit better pressure, a little more coverage here. They're going to contend a bit better with the nades, while he's not going to get those curves and angles that he really was able to find with the Biffler Ice Dragon combo. They're good boxing arms, they come out fast, and any solid hit will be 140 damage. And really nice movement there.
Ducked and weaved and traded with everything to not get hit.
Yeah.
That sucks. Quinn really needed that. Oh, but he trades that one too.
Oh, definitely worked.
Oh my god, that was such a long arm.
Oh, comes the grab. Nice catch there from Twin. He's starting to get a little bit more momentum. He's got a bit more tempo swinging on his side. If he can get a good read on Astro's plays, he might be able to get this rush to stick as well. Needs that definitely to be able to set the lead, especially off of that nade. Nice call out though from Astro, just recognizing what Twin was going to be going for.
Yeah, there wasn't much Twin could do. Brought down to the wire again.
Indeed. With that, Twin going to be able to claim the first, or no, Astro will be claiming the first point here, setting up with some good advantage in this best of 5. We've still got a lot of time to see how this can go. We might see, I know Twin does have a Dr. Quill that he specifically uses for matchups like this, but I think he's just really needs to figure out how to get Lollipop to work out here, and he's going to be sticking with Buster Beach as well.
Yep. Didn't think the stage was an issue. Keeping the same arms from both people.
Yeah, I
Double
think
nade. Biffler Dragon.
I think this scene, the community and the scene overall, or more specifically a lot of the top players, have kind of gone through a light motion where at first it was sees Astro playing Dr. Coil and just sees it as literally impossible. So they're just trying what they always try against every other character and it didn't work. And then eventually we moved into his light phase where it was a very short phase, but there was a phase where everybody was like, well, not everybody, but a lot of people were like, oh, Dr. Coil's just unstoppable. I'm going to pick Dr. Coil as well. And then everybody realized that they were getting their butts kicked by everybody else because nobody knew how to play Dr. Coil except those who were good at Dr. Coil. Nice call out from Astro.
So it's kind of like, you know, top tier syndrome where like the character's hard, but really good at the same time. So
yeah,
everyone didn't think, they didn't like acknowledge in their head the amount of work that Astro probably put in the Coil. So they're like, oh, I can just pick up this character too, but then they get smacked by everyone else. They're like, oh, like what am I doing that he is? What am I not doing that he is? And realizing that it probably takes a lot of effort from each character.
Yeah, and it caused a lot of people to kind of give him a little bit more respect and to recognize kind of like that it's not impossible. Some people probably still see it as impossible. There's a lot of people that still see this as impossible. But there's a lot of people after like that short phase where they're like, oh, okay, So there's like specific things that I need to be fishing for, looking for to be able to make this matchup work.
I don't know if you know about Tekken, but I think there's a few documentaries out there about the Pakistani Tekken community and how they just kind of exploded into like the best like offline Tekken scene in the world, pretty much, because of like 2 players. And what they would do is they would learn other characters that like they didn't main, but it would like help provide matchup experience for like their own players and themselves by like learning other characters. So that might be what helped like so many people like get better against Coil, because the fact that everyone else was trying to pick that character up, that means they got to also recognize like the flaws that come with playing Coil, and then it helps recognize
make it a little bit easier to be like, yeah. So they're a little more conscious and try to fish for those things. Even then, it's still not easy to do, especially against a player like Astro, but you can see right here, Twin's definitely... Like, this loadout looks so difficult to use against Dr. Coil, but he does actually, like, it looks like he stands a chance. He's gotten a couple of freezes. He hasn't been able to get any chains because of just a few issues.
Oh, no.
That freeze might have actually been a confirm, but he retracted it with the rush. He's got that health lead. This rush is going to come out.
It's going to hit
Coil's
too.
movement will allow him to bring that back.
2-0.
Back to the lab.
I'm going to need to see something from Twin here.
I think he's just... I think it's kind of one of those cases where it's like slamming your head against a wall, but it's also like slamming your head against a wall, backing up, writing notes down, slamming your head against the wall again, taking a few more notes. Like, I feel like this is more investigation that's
Only
going
a couple
on.
more head slams and I got this.
Yeah. Eventually I'll figure out how to like swing my head in the right way where it starts cracking the wall instead.
Hit the wall sweet spot.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of what it is at the end of the day, especially when you come across your walls or tough matchups. It's just like, a lot of people just give up, but it's stop, you either go take care of some other things, go sort out your mess, and then come back and be like, oh, now that I've cleaned up my mess that I had lying around that I didn't process properly, but now it's processed, and it's processed into a sledgehammer, so I'm gonna hit the wall with that.
It's kind of like how a couple of my friends play fighting games. They're just like, I'm just going to keep holding forward and doing the same thing until it works.
Sometimes it does.
Yeah, most of the time it doesn't, though. Hopefully he changes up what he's doing. Keep
Like, the
up
big
backing
thing
on wake
too
up. I'm
is-
just going to meet you with 5A, like, it'll hit.
Like, a lot of what's going on here, too, is afterwards, because of the way ARMS works, we do have that replay feature. Even if Twin doesn't watch this, like...
You get the VOD. It'll be a fun
Yeah, you
in a few days.
Well, no, I mean, like, even if he doesn't watch this, he's got a replay feature right on the Switch. So, like, he loses to Astro here. He's like, alright, I'm gonna go watch those for a little bit before my next match. And he just looks at things, he's like, alright, so I got to 50-50 here. What happened that led me to this point? And then he could maybe apply that a little more efficiently going forward. Like, having a replay system right on your console, like as soon as you finish your set, you could just leave, go watch the VOD and be like, or watch the review on your Switch and be like, oh, that's what happened.
It's kind of the standard now on all consoles. I think they all have replay systems.
Well, I mean, there's the replay where, like, if you hold and you get the 30 seconds or so on and so forth, but I mean, like, you can go back and just watch the entire thing, like, go up to, like, 10 or 15 bouts.
You can save replay. Like, save the demo file.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that. Like, I'm saying, or can you, like, is it easily accepted? I mean, I guess in those other cases, then that's also, like, it's really nice that that's just a thing in general. And what's also a nice thing in general is Twin has taken this
His
point.
health lead? Yeah.
He's even KO'd Astro!
Let's go. Run
We
that
just
back.
have to talk about, like, studying and reviewing and figuring things out. And that's how he gets the point. Astro gonna be moving over to much safer arms now that Twin was starting to outwit him a bit there.
Oh, that's using double nades last round, right?
Yeah.
Now he's off to double toasters.
Yeah. The nades were just... The nades were a little too unsafe. He was blowing himself up here and there because Twin was calling him out.
What was that?
And then it was just a lot worse at boxing, where this one, the toasters, at least compared to the roasters, are going to come back a lot more quickly. So it's going to be a lot easier for him just to throw out more punches and overwhelm Twin.
Right, right.
Nice movement from Twin will keep him safe and healthy. And all that chip damage is going to even give Twin a rush available for him to swing out for 300 damage. Astro's now locked into a corner, tried to read his movement. Oh, he does see the dash there!
Oh my god.
He's starting to figure things out. He's bashed his head against the wall, like I said. And he's like, I heard a chip that time. Let me try this again. But with this slightly different approach, but handling it with the knowledge that I gained from the previous time. He's making some good work. We've got a tough corner position.
That should be it. Yeah.
Yeah, that is...
That was a really good punish.
It does mean that we're going into the next round with Twin having Rush available, though. Which might have been what he was kind of planning on. Because he can open like this, or he can not open like that. Both players now at about even. Astro's definitely going to be charging up his rush first. Twin will have to be ready to respond to it. As these charge roaster hits, if he's managing to get a couple of these though, that does slow Astro's rush generation, and Twin actually now able to keep up. He'll have his rush ready just in time to respond. Whether or not he'll use it to respond to Astro though is a whole nother story, because there's a lot of cases where the rush exchange could just not work out for him.
Oh, he
nice
used
place
his
from
rush
Astro.
to stay safe. Yeah. That's pretty good on both players. Maybe both just burned the rush and nothing happened.
I mean, Twin got a bit of chip damage. That's about all that really came out of it.
Not like an insignificant amount. Oh, nice hit.
Astro confident that he could generate another rush in time.
And
Twin tried to go for the bait, but Astro gonna be able to figure this one out. And he's gonna... Twin can't generate his rush again. Like, he just doesn't have enough time. There's not enough space. And because Astro was able to figure out, like, he saw that Twin had that rush. He's like, I'll just get Twin to lose this one, because by time Twin will have the time to get a second rush. And he quickly built up another one and was able just to bring it through.
Yeah, stuffed Twin's face there at the end with that roaster.
And while Twin did get a point there, it is going to be Astro walking away with a 3-0 lead. And we'll be advancing in bracket to chill in the grand finals.
Yep, now we got Para, Treebird, and loser semis. There we go. Twin waiting in losers finals. Para Treebird will be a good set. I'm sure.
Let's get that one set up and rolling. Treebird coming off of a pretty solid win against Para, or against Hanukkah. Like,
yeah, that was
impressive.
Insane comeback on that like the second round of game 2, and then Para pretty much didn't lose from then on.
Treebird, you said last time Treebird was able to take Hanukkah out.
Yeah, those in winners, and then they both tied for 5th. That was last month for the.
I'm guessing it was something similar to what we saw here happen there, where Hanukkah had a good start, or Tree had the good start. Hanukkah brought things back, but then there was just that one stage at the end that just worked out too well for Treebird.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. I don't remember. I don't think that set was streamed. Or maybe it was, and it was just too long ago.
Yeah. I mean, a month is a lot of time.
I do so much crap every week with streams. I can't remember it all.
Yeah. I can't even remember half the things that happened yesterday, like, let alone a month ago. But yeah, we're gonna be moving into Treebird and Para, with these two making some impressive, or long runs and climbbacks as, yeah, both of them, let's see, managed to make it to quarterfinals, got knocked down, and both had to climb all the way back. So we've got two comeback kids rolling in hot.
You're...
I got really confused. You said year, and I'm like, wait, what?
You're... You know, it's a...
I'm a what?
It's a tri-state thing. You just
Yeah.
say you're...
Yes.
Because it's just a thing.
Yeah.
If you go to like well, when majors were around, you would go to a tri-state one like Collision
Back in the day.
or something. You just hear someone say "yer" in the venue, and then everyone else from New York would just "yer" back, and then the whole venue would just be "yerring."
That sounds amazing.
It was really funny. They need to tell me their stage. It's probably clips on like Twitter. And then there'd be people from like not New York, not tri-state who would "yer," then everyone else from New York would yell at them because that's their thing and they can't do that.
Oh. People just want to. I mean, that is like
DNA. Okay.
there was a study on that where it's just like there's a lot of people who are people generally just want to fit in. So it's like it doesn't matter what the if everybody jumped off a cliff, like chances are, yeah, you'd probably jump off a cliff.
I don't know about
them.
that one. It's tempting, but I probably wouldn't. I
mean, there's exceptions. Like we're probably not the kind of people. Like I'm at the point in my life where I'm like I'm fine how I am, and I'm like if I see everybody doing one thing, if it's somebody I think is cool, then yes, it's going to be really hard to not do the thing.
No, I was just talking specifically jumping off a cliff. I'm probably not going to jump off a cliff.
I'm still kind of talking about jumping off a cliff. Like, if I saw like a bunch of my friends jumping off cliffs, I'd be like, oh, cookies, oh, dog, Dendy, oh, wait, is something going on? I want to see what's happening. Why are you all jumping off? And then I jump off the cliff.
Huh.
But if it's like if it was a million people jumping off a cliff, I'd just stare in disbelief and confusion.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't jump off the cliff.
It depends on the crowd.
Would you jump off the cliff with your Twitch followers? I don't have Twitch followers.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tara. I think I have like a couple hundred odd Twitch followers. I wouldn't jump off a cliff.
Specific Twitch followers, like, again, my close friends, Dendy, Era, Dog, so on and so forth. Sure, but that's them specifically.
Oh, Treebird bring up Megawatt. This is interesting.
I think what basically happened is, like, that last round just worked out really poorly for him, so he's looking for something to kind of contend against that clapback.
But I feel like Megawatt's not the answer because it's so big.
No, the Megawatt. I mean, it might, but it's still a clapback that we're dealing with here, and that clapback can make it really easy for Pyro to get grab confirms off of that Megawatt.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's gonna get hit. Oh, but
he does manage to block.
Yeah, interesting.
Pineapple makes a really good point. Jumping off cliffs is the leading cause of death for people who die from cliff jumps. Cliff faults.
That's crazy.
Who
Actually, I heard, like jumping off something to your death, you will actually die from like a heart attack before you hit the ground.
Oh yeah! Yeah, I know, you'll freak out because of the fall.
Yeah. So, haha, science.
you're more likely to die from a vending machine falling onto you while you're falling than from the fall itself.
I don't know about that. I don't know where you got vending machine from. Parrot takes game 1 though. This still is a first to 2, by the way. Top 3 is a first to 3.
While we were doing words with that stuff, like, yeah, Fire just had a really good first round. DNA Lab just worked out really well for him, and Clapback Cobra is one of those meta choices where it's like, you have to learn how to play against that, because if you don't know how to play against it, if you don't have the practice and experience, if you haven't taken the time to test and figure out what your call is to respond to it, this happens. Like, this is one of those just... Like, a lot of games have their matchup walls where it's like, do you know the matchup here? Yes, no. Ribbon Girl's like that in a lot of cases where she's kind of like a soft test. But like hard meta things like Clapback Cobra, like, I have a loadout. I know a play style. I've devised strategies specifically to play around that.
Mm-hmm.
Where Brass really struggles against this loadout. And then on top of that, it definitely looks like Tree was not prepared for that in the slightest.
Tree thinking hard about the stage. I'm assuming where he wants to go. Because it will be an important pick.
Indeed. Yeah, no, if he picks the wrong stage, Clapback Cobra is going to do the same things. Like, he's got to think about the stage, and he's got to think about like his character pick and arms. Because all three of them are going to strongly lead us to where we're going and how things are going to turn out. I think Sprainman's a better pick here.
Oh, you
I
wanted
feel
to
like
stay,
Sprainman's a better pick.
Stay DNA? Okay. Interesting.
Because Sprainman's going to have that little bit more mobility. He's a smaller target, and while girth size is normally a good thing, against that Clapback, it does mean that you have a bit easier of a time.
Oh, is this the wrong stage?
They got too eager.
He never told me stage. Whoop.
Well, we're just gonna have to watch Tree get pummeled down.
Yeah, it's fine.
Quick punches. It happens. You know, technically, the fastest way to get a lobby set up again, if a match like this happens where you get the wrong stage, you would have one of the players got a DC.
Yeah, it's whatever. We're too committed now.
Yeah, we're too deep in. It's the foreshadow. He's gonna do that when they play legit too. That's a mood. Is this going off of the jumping off a cliff discussion? Is Tree just jumping off a cliff right now? Wow, look at this sick combo that Power was able to unleash!
He's hitting. Alright.
Poggers in chat! Wowie!
Can you get a pog in chat?
I'll put a wall.
No, I don't want a pog champ. I want poggers. Come on, guys.
I've got a blog. I don't think that's close enough, but it's a skeleton head.
Oh, nice. We're gonna pog you.
Alright, here we go. Mausoleum.
Oh, we got Hungry Box sub in here? Here we go.
Alright, Tree coming in. Nade, Cooler Rain. I can see this maybe working. I feel like the nades may be a little too unsafe though. Like, it's gonna be, it can cause some real impact, but it's gonna be a little bit slow, and that explosion still leaves Tree nice and vulnerable to his own self-detonations, to his own explosions. And it's just not fast enough, it's not effective enough to really get that work going. Oh, that's gonna be a safe block though.
Dang.
Trying to find his way, and he's trying to play things patiently. He's got that permacharge, and it does help out a lot. As long as he's keeping his movement going, he's keeping his dances rolling, and it's helping him out. He does have a chance here. That rush is going to be punished.
So little health.
Hanging on by a thread. He gets the freeze.
Treebird can't get clipped here. Pirate can't get clipped here either. Para's got that rush, that tree burst to play around. Oh,
He
okay.
tries to jump over, but that thing curves like...
Yeah.
What's a thing that curves well? Like a bendy straw. You cannot get away from it. It will just turn a full 90 degrees, hunt you down, and chew you out. That was a good call, but I feel like, again, that was another thing where it's just like, he didn't really have the matchup experience. He wasn't properly prepared for what Clapback's capable of doing. And now that that center platform's out, like, the big thing about Clapback too is it makes it a lot safer to go on that trampoline, because while you can't shield, you still kind of have a block with that Clapback being your form of protection. So like Tree's trying to contend, he has the rush, he's gonna use it up, gets 265 damage, and immediately backs up away. Para's probably gonna try to utilize that trampoline again to just keep things rolling, but he does get frozen. Clapback will continue to defend him with Ana and strength. I don't know. Those were words that I picked. The Clapback attack, the Clapback attack.
Tree's playing really well. Until right now. Oh, but it drops! And he gets clipped anyway. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Get to jump over that swift response. With power and honor.
That was a spaghetti last couple seconds.
That was pretty pastrami right there. That's also going to be a good opportunity for Tree. He's got the rush advantage. He just needs to find a way to utilize it. He sees his chance, but it's gonna be a swift punish to the face. That Popper, once again, that Nate just not coming back in time.
It was actually super good getting around that.
That is a weakened shield. Pyre could just go for the shield breaker, but he waits until the pincer closes him down.
Should have waited like a split second longer to get the deflect, but I don't think he knew that arm was coming.
Yeah, he might not have seen it coming, or he just mistimed it just barely.
Oh, it's really close. Well, not really. Para's got a huge lead. Yeah, he expected that rush 100%, but I don't know why he dashed there.
He was trying to go for a punish. If he set it up right, there's cases where Kickover's dash could escape from that situation. But it was a flurry nade, and Treebird was in the air, so he's going to be able to keep that focus going, tunnel that shot in, and manage to get the 105 damage off of that. That said, with 20 seconds left on the clock, I don't think Tree has enough time to generate the rush he needs.
No,
and even then, that damage would not be enough.
He's got a... Yeah, I think that's game.
Yeah, there was very little he could do in that situation, and once he went for that grab hard, had enough space to back up, saw it coming throughout the rush, and he's going to be walking away with the win.
Para 2 rip over Treebird. Now it'll be Para and Twinned losers finals.
And this is we've seen this one every now and then in some other brackets, especially when these players come in. I don't remember it necessarily too well. I do recall though that this is usually a pretty exciting one to watch.
Well, that'll be nice then.
I mean, it is Para and Twinned.
Yeah,
of course it's going to be exciting.
2 NA powerhouses, and then the winner plays the other one, Astro.
Indeed. Or they get the chance to bash their head against a wall and try to solve the puzzle.
Yeah, Para losing to Hanukkah early and making a deep run. Dang. all the way to
Treebird
finals.
I love the fact that Treebird also had to do the exact same run as he was knocked out by... Where did Treebird
Luna.
fall? Yeah. Yeah! So they both had like a long... They both got knocked into that bracket and they both climbed back up from like opposite ends.
Yeah, they both
Found
won
their
3
way
in a
there.
row to face each other.
And unfortunately at that point only one could survive. And it was Para.
Did
Year.
they say the stage yet? Nope. Okay.
No. Are they talking in the Discord now?
I don't know. They kind of switch back and forth.
That's the confusing thing when you use like Battlefly or Smash.gg and Discord. Like, a lot of players are used to just talking on Discord because of Challenge and how long that was the primary way for people to participate in ARMS events.
Mm-hmm.
And then Battlefly came in and Smash.gg came in for us. And it's like, they've got their own chat systems, but there's a lot of cases where they don't even use that chat system. They'll just go to Discord again. But sometimes, some players will just be like, we're already on this channel. We'll just talk here.
Yeah, I feel like they on Smash GG they kind of just use that because it's convenient.
Yeah. Actually, on the note of Challenge, I got an email from them like a little early or decent while earlier today, and they're like, "We've got some questions that we'd like to ask you, because it sounds like they're trying to set something up that might lead into more events paying the tournament organizers or adding more money to the prize pools themselves."
That'd be nice.
Like,
kind of like a match
Challenge
type thing.
Yeah, it sounds like Challenge is trying to push to become a lot more prolific as of late, which I'm curious. I'm interested in seeing how that goes.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
I like Battlefly, but if Challenge becomes like a really big powerhouse again, like they find a way to really just make things work, I'd go back.
I mean, Battlefly is used a lot on, I know like Fortnite uses Battlefly. Right?
I don't know.
I
I
don't-
don't really look into too many others. I know Nintendo uses Battlefly.
Yeah, Nintendo uses Battlefly for their stuff. Other than that, I don't see Battlefly used, like, ever. Aside from Fortnite stuff. Because I
Yeah.
had to do a couple Fortnite things at one point, like a long time ago. Fight stage set. DNA. Cool. Alright, going Ninjara.
Yeah, I think
Interesting.
Para's starting to really looking for that push. I know it at least. I think if I recall correctly, the Kid Cobra doesn't work too well against Twin, especially because Twin moves so much. He's constantly putting himself in positions where the clapback just really struggles. So we're just going to the good grounded fighter, Ninjara. Para going in with Tri-Blast Roaster. And he's gonna start
Good
with
grabs.
2 strong grab confirms as well.
Yeah, he's playing real well.
When getting a couple of nice trades of his own, not necessarily as much as Para did. One of the big things too is just like, even if that the tribal is 120 damage on its own, if you get a grab on top of that, that's even more. Like 270 damage, it's more than a quarter of your opponent's health. But itself on its own is like 120 damage, which is still, that's a lot of damage coming in.
Oh, not gonna kill.
He missed. He actually whiffed the finishing touch there. Went for the tribal, which it was safer, more likely to guarantee its connection. But I believe the roaster actually does 20, 30 more damage than the tribal on rush, finishing touch. So Twin's actually alive because of Para just misinputting his final play.
Maybe he just didn't realize or didn't think about it. I'm not sure. Oh, okay.
I mean, that's still a misinput in that
Yeah.
regard. he does carry it through, and actually it kind of works out a little bit better for him because gave himself some time to regenerate Rush and took away Twins.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Even
excellent
on
call
Rush
out.
here. Part with the Rush. You can press it as advantage. Oh, these tick throws are so good.
That was such a minute setup, and look at that response!
Oh my god, he's all over Twin right now.
I don't think that whiffed finishing touch is going to be as detrimental. Or, I mean, the other one wasn't either, but, like, he had such a strong lead there, and it wouldn't have KO'd anyways. He wouldn't have had to get that second hit, but he had it in the bag at that point.
He
and
said run
Parker
those
to be able to
pockets,
claim the full
man.
point.
Oh my god. He popped off that game. Especially in that second round when he did the... It was like, he got Rush first, tick throw into like throw bait, and then popped Rush to pop, or to like deflect Twin's Rush.
And then he just moved, like, Twin was expecting one direction, and he just slightly moves the other way, and it's like, oh, now the Rush is clean. Goes in, gets the hit.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, I'm not even touching my controller right now. Why does this Joy-Con drift up? Oh, whatever.
I mean, at least it's looking up. I don't know what pun I'm trying to go for. It's looking on the bright side. It's...
What's the one copy pasta like? I'm looking
You
up because you
cheated the
left me
game.
down. I'm looking
Oh.
right because you or I'm looking left because you don't treat me right.
Oh god, so...
Those are so good. Anyway, trip posting
Those are
aside,
cheesy.
they went back to DNA.
We are returning to Dan's Slab for yet another bout.
Say Dance Lab.
Yeah, Dan Slab. Like DNA, you just switch the N and the A, and it's Dan.
In Dan's Lab.
Yeah, Dan's Lab.
I mean,
so
Dan's
sorry.
got some money to be able to afford some stuff like this in his lab. I'm not gonna lie. Dan's got those government contracts.
Dan has a very nice slab. You gotta hand it to him.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry.
No, that was pretty good. I'm gonna hit that. I'm gonna hit Hanukkah with that one day when he least expect it in like a year and a half. When we're still gonna be running this game at Smash and Splash. Actually, no, probably not. Riptide.
Yeah.
Whenever they come back. Oh, Whiffed Rush. Yeah, it's gonna get punished easily.
I'm liking this Slapamander. It's keeping pace so much better.
Yeah, Twin can just hold on to this rush and he can probably close it out. Yep. Without Para even building one, so Twin should be able to use his rush before Para builds one here and get some extra damage.
Yeah, Twin making the swap, putting away the Ice Dragon, just recognizing that Pyro was a little too on top of his game to be able to really make it work. This Slapamander's going to be a lot quicker, it's a lot safer, and just those charged knockdowns are so rewarding to hit.
The Slapamander is really good, isn't it? Or it's like not seen too often.
It's seen as the meme pick.
Really, but it's like working here though. It's not like it's not.
It's
a meme.
not a meme pick. It's one of my main arms, and people will see me bring out the Slapamander, and they'll be like, "Oh, she's brought out the meme arm," and then I'll beat them to a pulp with it. They'll be like, "Oh, okay." Like Slapamander is like seriously good.
Slamamander is the. What do you say?
That's the win
works?
confirm one.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty good too.
I mean, technically speaking, I think the Slamamander is better, but I don't know why, but I can't remember the exact like reasons why, but Slapamander just works better overall.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. Twin ain't looking too hot here.
Nah, Par's figured out how he needs to respond to this loadout. It surprised him for a moment, but now he's got it warmed up. He's figured out what he's really looking to try to do to respond to Twin Slap-a-mander to those hot slaps.
Hot slaps?
Yeah.
Let's go hot slaps.
Yo! I can explain why I call Slap-a-mander hot slaps if you want. It's another one.
It's probably, yeah, it's just probably a stream meme, right?
To a degree, yeah. I think so. I can't remember if it happened on one of my streams or if I was commentating one of Shrimps' events.
Well, that makes sense. And then someone was probably using it. Oh dang! Park
That was
nice.
That was a perfect.
Was it?
It was.
Par is like,
yeah.
You just arm shit kind of easy.
Just flexing on everybody.
Oh my god. Whenever you say
yeah,
this, like I miss more. Maybe the Slap-a-mander has better tracking? I'm not sure.
I think Slap-a-mander comes out a bit faster. I think Slap-a-mander's kind of like in the toaster-roaster debate. Like, Slap-a-mander is more toaster, and then roaster is more Slam-a-mander.
Oh, okay. It makes sense.
But yeah, I called him somebody was using the Slap-a-mander in a bracket while I was commentating with Shrimps during an MLM or something like that. And that person was using it really well. So I tried to make an analogy with like an iron fist. And I instead of iron fist, I chose hot slap.
Huh. Nice.
And then I'm just like,
Took
I
off
was
from
really,
there.
yeah, I was like, alright, I'll just stick with this, whatever.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, it works fine enough. There's a size difference? Yes. Oh yeah, I think Slap's a little bit bigger too.
Interesting.
John Mark knows. He uses the Slam-a-mander a lot more, and he uses it a lot better than most people. Like if anybody really knows the difference between the two, I'd probably say him. But yeah, Slap works in a lot more cases because of that slightly bigger size. Like, even beyond, like, basic, like, girth rules, each arm has its own, like, personal girth rule, where it's like, the Slap-a-mander is, like, 0.5 bigger than the Slam-a-mander.
Right.
I mean, Flesh, one is a wind element that does wind confirms. That's not a clone. I don't think there's any, like, genuine clone arms in this game. They're all pretty different in even the smallest ways. But yeah, heading over to Buster Beach, Twin switching back to the Ice Dragon and getting a nice Dragon combo. Starting off with a good lead, burning through Par's health meter. Out comes the rush. That is a nice catch. It won't kill, but it's gonna set Par to that magic pixel. Now it's his chance to try to find his way through, get that tempo going. He gets a grab confirmed. Twin without a rush cannot deflect that.
Oh, is this
He's
how
starting
it
to get
starts?
trades. This
Oh,
is
is
a
this how it
confirm, and that's
starts?
the kill.
Oh my... Damn.
Those arms stack damage fast, like...
Yeah, he did.
It...
He did it.
It is... Like, if you're just making the right approaches here and there, like, tri-bolt into grab, another tri-bolt into grab, that's 540 damage from your opponents. You got a clean roaster on top of that, that's 710. You only needed 290 from there. That's a rush.
Yeah. Pair up 2 games and a round here. It's without even health. Maybe like half a bar difference.
Oh yeah, no, it's about 60, 70 damage difference.
Yeah.
A little bit closer now off of those chip hits. Twin trying to find his way in to secure a deeper lead. This Ice Chain will help out handedly.
Par needs to like get something going here. Twin also has a rush. Like it grabbed, yeah. I don't think he had the time to react to that.
Yeah, I think Par was just a little too shaken up. Like, once Twin started to get a lot of those combos, once Twin's getting the Ice Chains, that immediately just makes it more difficult and makes it a lot more stressful where you're like, alright, he's clearly figured me out, now I need to try to outwit him. But most people, when they're trying to outwit Twin, they're just doing more stuff that he's already planned out, and you're just getting punished for it as well.
Yes, you can't really outwit him because he's already a step ahead.
Yeah.
I wonder if Para loses if he's gonna bust out the Kid Cobra.
The fact that he hasn't brought it out, yeah, I would suspect that he would lose. I feel like he hasn't brought it out because he's aware that it could be a rough matchup.
Well, you can't switch characters, I think?
Well, he can switch characters. I'm just saying, like... Well, an advantage, he has to announce that he'd be switching the character.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's probably waiting to lose.
Yeah.
What's he gonna do? Damage right arm.
Trying to fish his way in. Twin just looking for a safe chance for rush.
Oh my god.
That short hop!
That was so good. He dodged all of that. Oh, but he didn't dodge that grab.
He was not prepared for that grab. He still has a technical confirmed with that tribal. If he hits with that, I think that puts him in the health lead. Oh. That's going to be a good bait for Twin, though. Oh. And that's going to be his point. This is not over yet. Twin is not done yet.
Yeah, because he traded with the grabs, but... Twin, I don't know how he got away with not getting hit there.
Twin 5-0s, what'd he do? It's how he be.
Sometimes you don't think it would be, but it really do.
Yeah. But yeah, he's... Like how we've talked about Astro Ninja, like, really figuring out Quail and just... You see all those intricacies in how he plays. Twin's on that level with Lollipop, where it's like...
Wait, did they run it back? I didn't...
Okay, he is going Kid Cobra.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah, they're running it back.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I knew he'd probably bring it out once he lost the game with the Ninjara.
But yeah, Twin's one of those players who's like spends so much time with Lollipop that he knows like most, I'm not sure if all, but he knows like the core details about how he plays and how he moves to respond to things. And he just has like every little finite detail. Like there's matchups where you'll talk to other Lollipops and they'll just scream at you about how impossible the matchup is, and then he'll just perfect the opponent.
Yeah. I usually don't see many Lollipops besides Twin anyway.
Not so much anymore. There's Gillipop, though I haven't seen him compete in too many events recently. Like, in terms of like Lollipops that compete in events, those are usually more in the EU these days, and NA I'm not really seeing too many beyond Twin. Used to be like one of the most popular characters competitively.
Really? Damn.
Yeah, there were a lot of Lollipops for a while. And there still kinda is.
Oh, nice.
Nice catch there. It might not be worth the risk. He's still gotta get through 300 health on Twin, and he only has that 100 to roll with. Oh yeah, Chico! Chico's still around. He popped up and he kicked a lot of butt before.
Oh, nice. Twin taking that round. Para not with that much more room to work with here.
Yeah, that kind of rolled out the way I was expecting this matchup. It felt like this Twins playstyle and loadout is just built to dance around that clapback. And we are seeing a lot of that already as Para is just getting danced on. Twin getting so many safe pokes as he's trying to find his way in. The Ice Dragon and Biffler just so well lent to overpowering that popper. And then the clapback's just kind of not doing anything because both players are playing at maximum range.
Oh, gets stuck again. Oh, and then gets hit here too. Oh, he's at a super big deficit.
I'm also gonna say, I'm pretty sure like he decided to dig his heels into the ground and go back to Buster. I'm pretty sure that was a really bad choice. Like that's one of those cases where it's like Twin left DNA Lab open and Para was winning there. Like, and then Twin took him to Buster Beach, he won, and then Para's like, let's stick with Buster Beach, and he lost. Like, if we stick with Buster Beach...
He's going back again.
He could lose because he's not picking stages right. Which, I know we brought it up before with Hanukkah, but like...
Look at the Hanukkah pick on VO was just... Man, that was actually him losing once he lost the first neutral interaction.
Yeah. Like, is there more that Para could be doing here? Definitely. But I also... Yeah. What I was saying before when Twin was sticking with Buster Beach before against Astro is like, this is his stage.
Does Astro always pick? Or no, Astro or Twin?
Oh no, this is Twin stage. This is Twin stage. Like, just like how you don't want to bring Brass to Via unless you absolutely know what you're doing, you don't want to bring Twin here. This is a bad... If you're going here, you're personally being like giving Twin the advantage. You're just like, I don't feel like actually... I kind of feel like having a hard time in this matchup. Why don't you start with the lead every time, and I have to climb back every time?
Oh yeah.
Because that's what happens here.
Oh, he's still gonna take like 270 damage from that, dang. A lot closer.
He's starting to find his way in. Manages to even it out. He's getting those poppers to start sticking now, but Twin just has to leap high above the clapback, and all of a sudden
Twin really good at jumping over the clapback too, and just kind of hitting him.
Yeah. Lollipop has such an exceptional jump. And a lot of this too is like, Para is matching those punches. Oh! That grab is just gonna leave him nice and open. He panic responds by jumping, and Biffler is... It's 3 shots when it's uncharged, and those 3 shots are gonna find their way into Para's face. He got a lot closer there. He did get close with Ninjara before, but it's like his best seems to be close so far on Buster Beach and not actually getting those KOs.
I mean, he took those first 2 games with Ninjara, with
on
Ninjara.
DNA Lab.
Oh, was it DNA? Yeah.
Yeah, he was rocking it on DNA Lab, but I feel like he's just kind of decided that. I'm not sure if he's personally decided this consciously, but by choosing to stick on Buster Beach, it feels like he kind of doesn't feel like winning this tournament.
Oh.
That's the vibe I'm getting when he's chosen to stick here. Or he wants to figure out why this stage doesn't work for him.
Yeah, I can see that. More of like a, I'll take this as a personal growth moment rather than a bag moment.
Yeah, rather than, like, is he a player who could probably take Twin out, make it to Grand Finals, and try to take Astro on? Definitely. Is that the power we're talking about right here? Maybe not.
Was Twin gonna eat this punish?
Nah,
no.
He's gonna safely slide away.
Gonna hit Para for that.
This stage looks really close range and short, but like Twin is so good at just showing how long the stage really is, the length and space that he has.
Twin plays from like the long distance like a lot. Oh, that last hit!
That's gonna set him up at the lead. That's gonna deepen it. He is in control. The disarm will not be enough.
All right, game 5, round 3. They are both at like even rush percentage.
We are on match point for these two. Whoever takes this will be advancing. Who gets to Who gets to settle in at third? Who gets the shot at taking on Astro? Let's see if they can fiddle that riddle.
Fiddle the riddle. Who wants to fiddle him more? Really good rush. I mean, part of taking early health lead, that was really good.
Yeah, that was a good 305. A great opening. Forces Twin to now have to be the one advancing.
Oh, that was
Does he get this rush? 345 plus the juggle does balance things out, but Hard just barely holding on to that lead, and he's got that rush generation advantage. He just wants to hold on to that and try to find another chance to throw out a good rush. He gets the blind on Twin!
That was really good. Oh my god, keeping Twin down on the ground. He's got rush now. Surprised he
This
didn't
is his
pop
possible
rush there.
chance.
He's gonna hit.
Is it? And he is going to be able to take it!
Game 5 para.
It took him a while, but he did figure out the beach.
He stopped the reverse sweep from happening as well.
Indeed. He stood his ground and it paid off.
Yep.
He probably would have had an easier time if he just went back to DNA Lab or tried somewhere else, but
No, he made that work.
I mean, he made it work. He figured it out.
He put in that work.
You gotta give the man credit for all the effort he put in to get through there.
Mm-hmm. And show a quick flash of the top 8 bracket. Para ran that crap all the way from losers, losing to Hanukkah round 2, I believe.
Yo.
So he wins 1, loses 1, wins 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now he's at grand finals against Astro, where he'll need to win 2 sets to win the tournament. And that fat, was it $46 in the Matcherino?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, anyone who's watching, if you haven't done already, you can literally just sign in with like any social media and donate a free 50 cents to the pot. Help these players buy a Taco Bell $5 box.
There's a new Kirby fighting game that's coming out.
Wait, word?
Nintendo, like, accidentally leaked Kirby Fighters 2. There's gonna be a wrestler Kirby.
Ooh,
He's got a lucha mask.
where is this?
I'll DM you the link to from where I saw it.
That sounds
From
hype.
Warrior 64. $20.
Oh, yeah,
That's
Wario.
actually not too bad.
Wario's usually a reliable dude. Alright, that's kind of sick. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, it looks like other people are starting to make their own articles on it already. Nintendo Everything made a post.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's definitely happening. I'm down for that.
Yeah. Yeah. So whenever Astro gets in here... Before Astro gets in here, I'm going to run ads one more time.
Sounds good.
Like I said, Matcherino, no Tuesday bracket next week because it's 5th Tuesday and I want a day off. Probably going back to visit my mom that week anyway, so... if you play these games, Grand Blue or BB Tag, please hit up Arc Revo if you live in the Midwest. There's also Arc Revo brackets for other regions like West Coast, Mountains, East Coast, yada yada yada. I believe there's like a Southwest and everything. There's EX Saturdays podcast on this Twitch channel every Saturday, so follow and make sure to see that. You can donate to the Low Kick staff if you can spell the command correctly, like I can't. Typing too fast. You can hit that up. If you play these games on screen, you can see this bracket for this Friday. Midwest only. Please be LAN. And that's all I got. Alright, did they yell at me about blah, blah,
DNA.
DNA? Okay. Yeah, just quick speed run on
Yay!
ads.
I caught them. They were about to start on whatever stage we were on before.
Nice. Para went bite and bark.
Yeah, he's gonna try the bite and bark again. We haven't seen this in a while, but he brought this out at the last Switch Fest, I believe.
Really, that long ago.
I don't know why I remember it, but he's tried bite and bark before against Dr. Coil, and much like Kara tends to do, he actually was able to do a couple of surprising things, but overall it was completely in Astro's control.
Oh, okay.
We'll have to see if this is a different story, though.
Hopefully it can be. Did he play bite and bark earlier?
He has not played bite and bark in this bracket. It's been Kid Cobra, Twin Tail, Kid Cobra.
Oh no, Jaro was the bite and bark earlier. That was right.
Yeah. Now I'm just thinking about Kirby Fighters.
He's rocking the what is this? Tri-Blast
and Toaster.
Toaster, yeah. Looked away for a second.
Nice rush movement, but it's not going to be enough. Coil going to slip and slide right out of the way. Gets 185 damage and a restand to boot. Not going to be able to capitalize on that opportunity though. Para trying to utilize Mark as that springboard, bouncing high up, getting those deflects. But even then, that's still not enough. This round is very much in Astro's control, and that Fun Chuck is going to cement that.
Mm-hmm. Keeping pretty heavy advantage and control pretty much the whole round. What can Para do here? I feel like Coil's also just really good at killing Bark all the time.
I've heard some people talk about how Coil kind of struggles at taking Bark down, but
every time
even if
Astro's thrown a punch, it killed Bark.
There's also the thing to keep in note too is the fact that Astro switched over to the Fun Chuck for this matchup. I feel like that's specifically because it makes it easier to punch Bark down because of how tall it is.
Maybe. Ooh, nice grab. Astro's playing so well right now.
Yeah, no, this is Astro. He's usually on fire, and when he's playing, it's usually like a lot of it is quite a treat. It's really interesting to see how he plays. Like a lot of the intricacies that go into his movement that you just don't see from other players. Like he has refined his play to a T in a lot of cases.
Oh yeah, that should be punished. Oh.
He could have. I guess he didn't feel like it was safe enough to, or just didn't trust his opportunity against Para. But he will get the KO regardless.
1-0 to Astro.
My arms are great.
And yeah, Astra starting off with advantage. Now I've got to change roles. I've got a Kirby Clash role
Oh,
in my
okay.
Discord, and I've got to change that over to Kirby Fighters.
Gotcha.
And it was in the not fighters action before, so now I've got to get the bot rolling, and I've got to edit things to change it, so now that Kirby Fighters is in the fighters, because Kirby Fighters is a fighting game.
Yeah, that'll be like an after stream thing.
I mean, I don't think that's out anytime soon, but I'm gonna be ready.
I'm sure I know a few people who's gonna be playing that game back in St. Louis. They all love Kirby stuff.
Kirby stuff is good.
Wish Kirby didn't suck in Smash.
It's alright. I feel it in Ultimate. I feel it looks like he's a little better than what he was initially, especially with the buffs he's gotten.
Oh,
but
yeah.
he's one of those characters that it just takes a lot to figure out.
I'm in 64 Kirby.
Oh, that's this Kirby I speedrun.
No, I mean like Smash 64 Kirby. But
Oh,
yeah,
Smash 64.
Kirby
Yeah.
64 is also a dope game.
Yes.
Astro, again, just playing the game way better than Para is right now.
Like Para's doing a solid job. Like he's starting to make some good plays, but it's still Astro he knows this game inside and out. He knows pretty much every option and how to respond to it with Dr. Coil, and it generally works out well for him.
How many hours do you think Astro has in this game on his Switch?
Hmm.
2K? 1K?
I think 2K is the safe guess. I'm gonna say 1.5K.
That's a long time.
I mean, I'm well over. I think I'm actually around that time range. That said, a lot of it is spent streaming,
Killing
or
them,
tournaments, or it's like setups at tournaments, or
Yeah.
a lot of it is me commentating these days.
True. Just like this. Are you just big chilling,
Yeah,
spectating?
just staring at other people punch each other and talking about how they're punching each other, the intricacies to the punching manner of behavior.
God. Should be
Comes
punished?
the rough
Oh,
exchange.
okay.
That's
Keep it.
not gonna be safe, or that will be safe for Astro at least.
Yeah, they both kept themselves safe in that interaction.
Oh, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be a trade coming in for Astro, walking away with another 0.20 advantage.
Yeah, Astro will take that trade any day.
Hypothesis correct!
Yeah, it seems like a good trade.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing we're going straight back in if... Yep, straight back to Mazo.
Straight back in. Going Cobra. Did you play three different characters?
We started out with, Bite and Bark, then we moved over to Ninjara,
And then Cobra.
and now we're trying out the Kid Cobra.
Yep. See how this fares. The Bite and Bark in Ninjara felt like they did the same in terms of like the offense that was able to press onto Astro and how much
I think-
damage he was able to give.
I feel like his Ninjara has taken Astro down before. Like, I think he just needed a little bit more time to warm up with the character, but he feels like Kid Cobra's gonna work better here. He wants to play Kid Cobra. I mean, who can blame him? This Hot Snake is one of the cooler characters to be playing in this game.
I mean, he is like, he's cool. He's
Kid Cobra's
actually.
also hot.
I'm trying to avoid saying that.
Go on, go on.
he's a cool character. I don't like, you know.
Nothing wrong. It's okay to say he's hot. He is. Kid Cobra's hot.
God, y'all have been
I mean,
saying
he's-
that for so long. I remember Cookies had that sign at
I love this
what is it, Heart of Battle or like SoCal Regionals or something.
I think she still has it lying around.
That sounds hilarious. Alright, blocking the rush.
Yeah, this is starting to work out a little bit better. At least this round, the Papa Roaster combo. When Par is able to evade Astro's attacks and find those little windows to get his punches in, that can have a huge impact and make a lot of damage. But again, like Astro's just so conscious and aware of when it's safe and when things aren't, and he's just working around them really efficiently.
He clipped him for a bit on that rush earlier. Oh, and he just gets stuffed there.
Oh,
Man, that really stinks.
trying to get that's another one of those things where it's like you try to contend by setting yourself up in the air, but if Coil has 3 arms, then it's really easy for her just to power through your rush.
Yeah, and
Granted-
just stuff you.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, good tick
Now
throw.
it is set back in Astro's favor, especially with him having this rush.
That should be it.
He is just going to throw it out and close out this tournament.
That's it. 3-0 Astro. And Astro wins low kick 33, or low kick online 33 arms on this Tuesday night on September, on this 21st plus 1 night of September.
Yes.
Good event. We had some good sets. The Hanukkah Tree Bird was probably my favorite set,
Yeah,
but I wish
that
Hanukkah
one-
won because he's my boy.
I mean, fair. That's fair.
It was still a good set regardless. Tree Bird ran him so hard.
No, yeah, that definitely feels like the top one to me. At least the ones that we saw, like, that was like a very solid highlight.
Reminder to the winners, I believe it's probably top 3, to sign up on the Matcherino to get your payout. And we still have some time left. Pot, what is it? 45.10? Yeah, you can plug in the Matcherino. You can plug in the coupon code for a free 50 cents still and donate some money. Or if you'd like to do a direct contribution, feel free to do that as well.
And the players will thank you as well, because money's not only going to Astro, it's going to Par, it's going to Twin 5-0. They're getting a little bit out of it too. Makes
Yeah.
a big difference in that. By the end of the day.
Usually the
That would
split
be
is
alright.
like 60-30-10 split on the pot usually.
Yeah.
So if we get that thing to $50, then, you know, third place will get $5. Like I said, Taco Bell box. $5. Come on. Don't you want to get him a Chalupa Supreme box with nachos and a Baja Blast?
That sounds exquisite. Did it wrong. There we go. I'm working on the roll thing.
Oh, okay. For the Discord.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess we're done here, eh?
Yeah, that should be it. Check out next week the if you play, you know, Dragon Ball or what was the other game? Grand Blue. Grand Blue Dragon Ball Friday Arc Revo is on the 11th, 10th and 11th, I believe. They have BB Tag and Grand Blue, $250 pot each game. Top 2 gets invited to a LAN whenever they come back. I don't believe I have anything else. Do you have anything? Oh, wait. Do you have a graphic for like the NA thing this season?
I haven't made that yet, no.
It's whatever.
I'll get to that, and hopefully by next month you will have something to show.
Do all the event things I still have? Oh, whoops.
I think it's changed. I know Steel isn't running his. He's got one more event that he's doing. I don't think
is
George's
George-
running events anymore.
He's not?
No, he's taking a break from that.
Um,
So it's the Era events. I think she's got an updated graphic. Let me just make sure that you have it. Where did I put it? In here, here, and so that's Era's graphic. Mine is still the same at the moment, though I'm going to be changing it soon. I will do my best to remember to update you on that one.
All right, let me reload this. So it was. Does the Ohio one still happen?
The bi-weekly procrastination does still happen, yes.
Okay. And then. So you said Jor's not running anything and Steel's not running anything right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have your things.
Well, no, Steel has his last one. What was the date? It is going to be. What day was it? October 1st.
Okay. So Steelhead will be running something on October 1st, and that will be the last Steel Trap for now.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you have your slide here. If you want to talk about it.
Okay. Yeah. So I've got the Scrap Star series. The NA bracket, which is the one that most of you would anybody here who would be interested in arms would most likely be interested in. It's actually going to be weekly now. Save technicalities that might happen because I'm going to be taking a trip pretty soon, and I'll be recovering from a surgery from then on, which might cause a couple of complications, but overall, I think it should only just prevent me from like streaming it once. Otherwise, it should run smoothly. Go ahead and check out this page on battlefy.com/planetscrapstar. And then on the EU is every other week at those times that are listed.
Cool. Check those out on the Battlefy link there. We have the ARMS Ohio, the Ohio ARMS Biweekly Procrastination, which is a really interesting tournament of idea where you kind of just play sets when you're available. So you kind of just like coordinate with your opponent when you're both free, but don't take too long, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Like, get it done in a timely manner if you're both able to. But there's no, like, you have to have this time free on a Monday or Tuesday to play. Like, nah, if you're free Wednesday, like, yeah, hit up your boy. Like, let's get this done Wednesday. Play out a set. Whatever.
As long as you're communicating, you're probably going to be good playing in the event.
The Discord link and a Twitter link. I'm sure there's signups in the Discord or Twitter. And then this is the new network era graphic. I guess she runs 3 things now: Temple, Tantrum, Default Derby, and Champions of the Era. Champions of the Era is like the bracket, right?
Champions of the Era and Temple Tantrum are the bracket, where COTE, that's the one that has, on top of the standard backroom, she also has added, I believe, Sprint Stadium and Ribbon Ring right now.
Yeah.
And then Temple Tantrum is just standard backroom.
Okay, so
like you would see here.
Yeah, so she has her own stage list for the Era one, and then Temple Tantrum is just the typical tournament settings, I guess you'd call them, or rule sets. And then Default Derby, I'm guessing, is just default arms for fun.
Mm-hmm.
Bi-weekly Wednesdays, Sundays, and Fridays, 3 days of the week, in addition to the other one and the stuff you run on Mondays. And then this is Tuesdays, monthly, so
yeah,
lots of stuff. Yeah, that's all I have, I guess.
This is the one with the money too, so.
Well, yeah, our friends in Matcherino are great. We love those guys.
Much love to them.
Yeah, they let us do this. Yeah, I got nothing. You got nothing? Anything?
I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Subscribe to me on Twitch.
Yeah.
Or follow me on Twitter.
Follow Maleev on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter.
Yeah.
But be weary of following me on Twitter. You can follow my Twitch as well, I guess. Subscribe to Maleev on Twitch. Her streams are pretty sick. They're very comfy.
Very, very, very me-esque. Like, if you thought I was entertaining and not annoying in any way, you'll probably enjoy the streams. They're just like a little more awkward and weird.
Yeah. This stuff's fun.
Yeah.
Peace and thanks for watching. If there's anyone still here, later.
Ciao.